Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to episode 8 of the Brodie Pod. We're here live right after the trade deadline, NFL trade deadline. A lot of news that went down, and it was a ton of action. And I'm sure Jerry didn't do anything crazy or anything. So Matt, what's going on?
What's up, man? Very convenient that we're recording on a Tuesday, not a Monday. Or we would
Yeah.
have missed all of this.
Yeah, we would have just reacted to the games and not even been able to talk about everything that went on in the.
We've had to wait another week to talk about
get the
what
takes
happened
out
today.
there. Yeah, you guys are gonna get a live take. There's a lot of. I probably should just go ahead and say this. There's a lot that happened in the last week, and especially in the last weekend of sports. Like if you were on a bachelor trip or up in the mountains and didn't have any signal, I feel absolutely bad for you because there were some bangers this weekend. Whether it was World Series Game 7, it was college football, the NFL trade deadline that just went down. We're absolutely in the thick of it right now, football season. And
into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it, yeah. Be sure if you're tuning in on the pod, be sure if you're over on the YouTube, give us a like and subscribe. Even drop a comment. Maybe if some of these trade deadline deals that went down you don't agree with, let us know in the comments. If you're over there on the Spotify, be sure to be sure to rate the podcast and follow the podcast and stay up to date on the podcast show updates, whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Brodie Pod. And with that, we get into the episode. Matt, do you want to start off with Brodie of the week?
We're doing Brodie's first?
Yeah, I think we do Brodie's first. We always start off with Brodie's first, kind of give some highlight.
Yeah, I'll do I'm sure some of y'all who watch NFL have heard about this. Cam Little, the rookie kicker for the Jacksonville Jaguars, broke the NFL record for the longest field goal made this past Sunday against the Raiders. It was 68 yards. And previously in the preseason, he had made a 70. So it was only inevitable that he was going to break the record at some point. Unfortunately, the 70-yarder didn't count because it was preseason, but so you still knew that he had the leg to break the record, and he did. Breaking it as a rookie is insane. Brandon Aubrey actually last night had a chance to tie the record.
He did?
I think there's 2 seconds left on the clock right before halftime. They trotted him out there, tie the record, 68 yards. It unfortunately was a little left, but it would have been good from probably 75. I think those two are probably have the biggest legs in the NFL right now. And I was rooting for him. I kind of wanted to see it get tied, but I think it's going to be like a yearly thing at this point. Like they might break it, like Cam Little or Brandon Aubrey might break it next week. Might get a 71 yarder next week. I mean, that's not crazy to say.
So I did look this up on what kind of is like the theoretical longest field goal possible if you had like a perfect human specimen, perfect conditions. And do you want to take a guess, Matt, on how far you think that is? We're kind of getting a little close to the limit.
This is like, what do you mean the perfect human specimen? What does that even mean?
Like someone that just has an absolute bomb of a leg that can just kick the ball perfectly, perfect mechanics. They're just pure muscle in the legs.
Is a human limit?
There is a theoretical limit. No one's hit it yet, but there is a limit. Throw a number out there, Matt.
80.
You're close. It's 85. So,
okay.
Will we see that in our lifetime? It also has something to do with like the wind dynamics of the ball because it's not on this perfect spiral. It's going back and forth the whole time. But yeah, at full disclosure, Matt did steal my Brodie of the week. We were both going to do this.
I didn't steal his Brodie of the week.
He
was my Brodie. I didn't steal it if I put it there first. How am I stealing it?
But Cam Little breaks the previous record that was set by Justin Tucker in 2021. He hit one for 66 yards against the, I think it was Detroit Lions at the time.
I actually saw that one live.
Yeah, that one doinked off the field goal. Cam Little's didn't doink at all, but shout out to the NFL. They're finally getting Justin Tucker out of the record books. So
don't talk about his kind on this podcast.
Yeah. And also now there have been 7 field goals of 60+ yards this season. That is already the most in a single season. The previous record was 5 in 2022 to 2023.
I feel like not long ago, like 55 yards was like,
it was crazy.
Holy shit. Is this going to go in? Like, this is so far. Like, and you get up to like 60 and they're like, no chance in hell this is going in. And now it's like, yeah, there's a chance. It's a big chance.
I don't know if you saw what Greg Olson was saying, but he's saying like this is the reason why we're seeing coaches go for it more on 4th down when it's like kind of closer to the end zone, because if you just kind of punt the ball. I mean, offenses, or I guess if you kick the field goal and then kick off, like where you get the ball now, I think it's the 35 on a touchback.
For a touchback, yeah.
Yeah. So then offenses don't have to go that far and they're right in field goal range. So it's worth it to go for it if you're like, say, on the 10-yard line or 15-yard line, 20-yard line. So you don't want to give them that extra little distance for not as many points. But it was just a good take by him. I think we'll see more teams start going for it in short down situations versus if you got the 50 or possibly even 60 in the future. People are just going to be going for it.
It's kind of been a joke. Brandon Aubrey has been so good. He's been kicking, long field goals, his whole career. Basically, it's like, the Cowboys can get to the 50-yard line. That's his range, right? And that's probably, 60-ish yards?
Because
that'd be 65 maybe? Like it's,
Yeah.
It's probably that's in his wheelhouse. But yeah, I mean, that's not even really a joke anymore. That's kind of reality at this point.
Kickers they're absolutely booted. Now, I think we will see, I don't know if we'll see anyone in our lifetime get to that max range that a human could. I've seen the same with baseball. Like the fastest a baseball will ever get thrown from a human is 112 miles an hour. It's like then after that, then the elbow and everything will just break.
Paul Skeens might get up there.
I don't think he's going to hit 112. But, okay, cool. So, Cam Little, Brodie of the week.
Second Brodie of the week, DJ Moore.
Okay, you're just going to go right in your second one. No, that's fine.
Okay.
No. You already said it.
We've never alternated.
We've alternated a couple times. But go ahead. Who's your second one? You already said it.
And it's not going to take long.
Okay.
It's DJ Moore, receiver of the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
And he had 91 total yards. The Bears. And really, it's not even for his receiving ability or what he did receiving-wise this week. He had a 17-yard rushing touchdown and a 2-yard passing touchdown to Caleb Williams. It was kind of a double reverse kind of deal. Then Caleb Williams
almost like a Philly special type situation.
I mean, yeah. But Caleb Williams leaked out to the right. He was kind of uncovered in the end zone. 2-yard passing touchdown. I just thought it was fun. As a receiver, he had 2 touchdowns that neither of them were a receiving touchdown. One was rushing. One was a passing touchdown. I know Caleb Williams in this game actually had 2 catches for 22 yards and passing touchdowns.
Wait, he had two
as well.
Receiving touchdowns?
He had 2 catches, 22 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown.
Okay.
As well as 3 passing.
I wonder if, Caleb Williams knew Taysom Hill. Maybe DJ Moore knew Taysom Hill. It's getting old. Time to get someone else in there.
Maybe. I just thought it was fun, dude.
It is fun.
You don't really see that, obviously. You don't really see that.
I don't know who you could have picked for that the Bears game. It could have been either Joe Flacco or, we'll get into that game a little bit. I mean, like I said, there's so much to talk about that we're going to have to cut it short on some of the game recaps just because this episode, we're going to try and keep it under 2 hours, but no promises at that point. All right, so my turn for Brodie of the week.
It is your turn, buddy.
Since we're not alternating. All right, so first off, my first Brodie of the week is going to go right here. Matches the hat. Texas Tech, the fans, they're already camping out a week early for College Game Day. If you didn't hear earlier, College Game Day is coming to Lubbock, Texas, and the fans started lining up at 4:30 on Sunday and camping out. They said it's been a party pretty much every day, and the line's just getting longer. It's going to be it's going to be rocking in Lubbock. The Jones is going to be packed, and it's going to be pretty much Mormons versus alcoholics, I think. It's going to be, we'll get into a little bit of the preview of college football, but just the absolute dedication from the fans to camp out a week early. Maybe someone's just trying to get picked to be on Pat McAfee. Actually, I did see they are building a field goal to practice for the fans that want to try and be on Pat McAfee's kick challenge and possibly make it. So good luck to them. And then my second Brodie of the week, Matt, I want to say I previously had a Brodie of the week already picked. Matt said it was lame, so I'm going with someone else. No. I got it, man.
Once you elaborated on it, it's not.
No, it's fun.
It's not lame.
My Brodie of the week. We'll get into the other one, but my Brodie of the week is Jose Urania. Jose Urania, you're probably like, that's weird. Why would he be a Brodie of the week? Jose Urania played for both the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays in the 2025 season. So no matter what happened in the World Series or Game 7, he was getting a ring no matter what. He appeared in, I had the stats here. He appeared in 6 games for Toronto, and then he appeared in 2 games for the Dodgers. Would you like to guess which one he had a better record at, Matt?
I assume Dodgers.
You're correct. He went 2-0 with the Dodgers, and he went 3-3 with the Toronto Blue Jays. Shout out. What's up?
What position?
He's a relief pitcher.
Okay.
So I probably should have said that. But yeah, I mean, talk about he was watching the World Series. He just basically didn't know if he was going to have a Blue Jay or he's going to be a Dodgers ring coming his way. But either way, he knew he's getting a ring. It is customary for anybody who plays any type of game for the World Series champion, they will get a ring. So, Jose Urania, shout out my Brodie of the week.
That's fun. That's kind of like did he play in the World Series?
No, he didn't play in the World Series at all. He actually ended up going to he played with Toronto in June. August, he went to the Dodgers, and then September, he went to Minnesota. And after September, he's been acquired by the Angels. So he played with five teams this year, and 2 of them ended up going to the World Series. So
that's wild.
He stayed on the road.
It's like that like the group project meme.
Oh yeah,
didn't do anything, so got an A type deal.
Still showed up, still put your name on the project. Yeah. So, I mean, to be fair, he did win them some games, which could have altered playoff seeding. I know, like the Blue Jays, they won 1 extra game against the Dodgers, and that's the reason why they got to host the World Series, or I guess they had home field advantage to it. So, there you go. There's more fun for you. Next thing we're going to get into is kind of some top stories that are outside the lines of maybe, what's on the field or what's on the court or whatever you want to call it. But the first thing I want to talk about, and I got beef with, is Disney and YouTube TV. The feud that's been going on, listen, it's finally, we need to fix this right now because it's starting to affect actually like my watching experience. I know like college football alone on Saturday was cut in half because guess what? I'm a YouTube TV guy. I couldn't watch half the games. Luckily, I was able to go over to a buddy's house and watch them, but just drives me crazy. And October 31st, YouTube TV dropped Disney, which is their ESPN, ABC, etc., whatever's owned by Disney. They're arguing over distribution costs, and both sides are just on the side of corporate greed. And I'm just wondering why are we negotiating during football season? This is something that should have been handled in the summer. It's not something that we need to have going on right now. We only have so many of these football weekends, and they want to get in and start playing like, oh, you owe me more money, you owe me this, you owe me that, or you should pay us more. It drives me absolutely insane. This should have been something that was handled in the summer. We were promised that streaming was going to be easier than cable. Well, guess what? They lied. I saw something years ago that said, once all these corporations realize how much money streaming is bringing in, they're going to all want their cut. And guess what? They're all wanting their cut. It's starting to ruin my football Saturdays. And honestly, like the Cowboy game, shout out to Matt, or else I would have been able to watch it last night. So, and also I have ESPN Plus, and they like ESPN Plus just changed it where you can't watch ESPN's regular channel. You have to have a TV provider. They just changed that like in the last month or something to stick it to YouTube TV subscribers. Drives me insane.
Yeah,
I'm guessing you've been keeping up with it. You're not really using YouTube TV as much.
No, but the fact that Disney is trying to stick it to YouTube TV because they couldn't come to an agreement on like their contract extension when Disney is, multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, how much more money do you need?
Yeah.
Right.
And like both sides are at fault here. Like they keep pointing the finger saying, oh, it's this one, it's that one. Like, no, they both want more money, or YouTube TV wants to pay less and Disney wants them to pay more. This is something that should have been handled in the summer. It was driving me insane.
Especially with NBA. You have to watch all their games. You need
several
streaming platforms or whatever. It's just trending in that direction. And they just don't care about the fans at this point. It's just about money.
And I'm worried how long this is truly going to go on for now. Like I thought, okay, well, it happened on a Friday. They'll get it worked out by college football Saturday. They didn't get it. Monday, they didn't have it for the Cowboy game. And then ESPN has the audacity to start playing commercials of saying like, tell YouTube TV to keep your channels and stuff. It's like, no, guys, you also aren't coming to the table to negotiate. Both sides are just not negotiating. But I think this is going to end up dragging on longer than I want to believe. I think this is going to be something that if they've already let one college football Saturday go and they've let a Dallas Cowboy Monday night game go, like how much further are they going to let this run? I don't know. I don't see any type of talks or negotiating being done soon.
Yeah, it's kind of egregious at this point.
You're going to talk about the opposite of a Brodie of the week. This is the worst of the week. Disney and ESPN, Disney and YouTube TV, get it figured out, please.
I guess like Disney kind of has the leverage here with like ESPN, like they kind of own Monday night and that's obviously a really big game every week. I'd say like Monday night, you look forward to it. Like neither of them has Thursday night anymore, and nobody really cares about Thursday night now.
I
But
hated that they brought out they got this whole other subscription now where you pay an extra whatever $30 a month and then you can get all the ESPN channels. Why do I have ESPN Plus then? Is that just for the games that are just like the small market games that they don't want to show on nationally televised? Because I definitely remember in college, whenever I had ESPN Plus, I could watch any channel I wanted on ESPN. They just made it where you had to have a YouTube or a provider. I think that was just to stick it to YouTube TV even more. I don't want to get too much into it, but that's just something that was just driving me up a wall. That's whatever.
I know you're definitely not the only one that's dealing with that.
Yeah.
I know I'm not upset about it because, parents have direct TV, so I can use their stuff to watch at least the Monday night game.
You're in trouble now, man.
I mean, it's crazy that you need several.
I'd really just go back to cable at this point.
Like, you need cable and you need streaming services to watch all the games.
Yeah. We can move on to the next thing. But we want to get into the World Series recap.
Yeah, we can go ahead with that.
All right. So, World Series recap.
Best baseball game ever?
I did put in the notes as I was watching the Game 7. This is the best baseball game I've ever seen. It had everything you could ask for, whether it was fighting, whether it was home runs, whether it was strong defensive plays, whether it was pitching. I think it had anything for everyone. But first, let me backtrack a little bit to Game 6, October 31st, Halloween. The Blue Jays were leading going into this game and had a chance to win it. And then there was the ball that got wedged in the fence, at the bottom of the fence, that I don't know. The rules do say that ball is counted as a ground roll double, and the Blue Jays had a chance to score. But since it was ruled a ground roll double, that it ended up not happening. They ended up losing the game. They ended not scoring because of it, and they ended up losing the game, forcing the Game 7. Game 7 was then the next day, and Bo Bichette got things rolling with the 3-run home run. And this was right after they tried walking Vlad Jr. in the third inning for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays had some crazy defensive plays. There was in the fourth inning, the bench just cleared after one of the Blue Jays players was hit. And then Springer comes up and hits one right back at the time LA pitcher Robleski, which was kind of like a little bit of karma coming back at you. And then probably could have been easily Brodie of the week. Miguel Rojas shows up. It's a game-tying home run at the top of the ninth. I mean, the Blue Jays had it won. It was over. It was like 4-3. Right? It was 4-3 at that time, Matt? It was a 1-run home run that he hit.
It was 1 run.
Yeah. In the top of the ninth, absolute place goes quiet because they're in Toronto. He was also the 9-hole hitter, and it was his first home run since September 19th.
Just the most unsuspecting guy you could ever imagine.
Everyone was more worried about Shohei Ohtani coming up next. And
you got Shohei, you got Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, you got Mookie Betts, who kind of turned it up at the end of the series. You have so many of these guys that you would expect to make this kind of hit.
I think Miguel Rojas was also like a late ad by the Dodgers manager on it. Absolute. I think they just brought him into second place, then moved Mookie over to short or something. But yeah, and then we get into extra innings. Or I guess it was, let me go first. Bottom of the ninth. It's what you dream about as a kid, the backyard. The Blue Jays have bases loaded, 2 outs, games tied 4-4, and then the Dodgers make probably the most incredible defensive plays, I think, in a Game 7 setting, bases loaded. There was 1 out at the time, but there was Miguel Rojas also shows up again, probably the unsung hero of this game. Makes a play at second. As he's stumbling back, he goes and throws the ball home, gets the runner out by literally an inch. I don't think that's even it might be shorter than an inch, but it gets the force out at home. And then
the guy that they had, the guy that was going home for that play, like he was a pinch runner, and he obviously has like a sliding glove, whatever. Yeah. He's trying to go home. He goes feet first into home.
I also saw. I'm looking up who that was right now, just 'cause I forget. It was
I was saying. He's a pinch runner. They put him in to run.
Yeah, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That's who I need to say his name. By the way, we just checked. He's not on their roster right now, so I think he got cut after this, unfortunately. We were going crazy looking for him.
They put him in to run. He's a pinch runner. His only job is to get to the next base, right?
Yeah.
And he's got a, whatever it's called, sliding glove.
The sliding mitt?
Yeah, sliding mitt, and he goes feet first into home base.
Yeah, and honestly,
I'm not saying he would have made it.
He should have gone in home. I think he should have gone in head first. There's been
Yeah.
like research on this, and you actually get to the base faster. But
100%.
either way, he should have had a larger lead at the time. That's what people were saying. Like, I mean, he was
Yes.
literally out by. I'm not exaggerating to anyone. If you missed this game, by the way, I hate to be you, literally.
It was at least like a second and a half.
But he was maybe it's probably shorter than an inch because like the catcher's foot came off and went back down. But
oh yeah, that's right.
This was
it was pretty close,
literally an inch.
And so if he did go head first, he probably would have won him, huh?
Yeah, no, he probably would have been home, or if he had like a yard longer of a lead or something, because I think it was a lefty at the time, so he didn't even have to worry about getting picked off. Oh, unfortunate for the.
I mean, it's not like
Blue Jays.
You can't put it out of him though.
No, I mean, like they had so many chances.
Blue Jays had bases loaded, and Yamamoto got out of that situation. But.
And like I said, it was probably that was one incredible play made by the Dodgers, and then there was a center field and left field collision. Like a ball gets popped up out there, and then they go running both center fielder and the left fielder. I can't remember the center fielder's name. I know the left fielder is Kike Hernandez, and they run into each other as he catches it. And I thought, I play outfield in softball. That was an incredible play on what he just did. Because normally, like, if you run into someone, nobody's catching that ball. I've done it before. To do that in Game 7 of the World Series, if you drop that ball, the game's over. You're done. So that was just two incredible plays to get out of it.
Yeah, and I kind of, at the time, you seeing your center fielder running into, was it the left fielder or right fielder, whatever. At that time, I was, you assume there's no chance the ball is being caught. But, I mean, the left fielder was running, with his back turned to the ball, and that's a very low percentage catch. But, center fielder he was watching the ball kind of the whole time, and he kind of he said, it's mine. In that situation, you need somebody to say that I'm getting this ball. I don't care if I hit you, whatever.
Well, so the center fielder has, just in baseball, the center fielder has priority over the outfield, just like the shortstop has priority over the infield. So if the center fielder calls him off, he needs to go off of it. But honestly, I think both of them, their buttholes were puckered as they were both going for that ball. And it was just an incredible play. It's almost like if they drop that ball, it's the worst play you've ever seen in baseball. It's like, how did they make that error? But since they catch it, that story lives on. Dodgers end up getting out of that, going to the 10th inning, cue the drama some more. The Dodgers then load the bases, and the Blue Jays make two incredible defensive plays to get out of it. And that's what I wrote down. Is this the best baseball game I've ever seen? And then the Blue Jays go up, don't really do anything with it. Will Smith then comes up in the 11th for the Dodgers. This was also a possible Brodie of the Week guy here. Hits a solo home run at the top of the 11th. It's the go-ahead home run. Dodgers then win on a double play, which Alejandro Kirk, you need to pop up the ball. I don't know. I think his bat broke, and that's why he hit into a double play, but you just can't hit into a double play. They had a runner on third. I'd started off with a triple.
I think he knew that, though, going up to the plate. He knew that. Surely was not a...
Dude, he hit it directly.
Was not on purpose.
He hit it directly to the shortstop. You'd rather strike out than hit it into a double play to end a World Series. It's got to be probably one of the... Like, hitting a go-ahead home run, top 10 feeling, hitting a double play to end the World Series and lose your team in the World Series, like.
Yeah. Also, kudos to Mookie Betts on that play. Not even giving it to the second baseman, just tagging the base, throwing it to first. Game jumper. Yamamoto, like Shohei said, probably the best pitcher on the planet.
Yeah, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, one of the coolest names in baseball, wins the World Series MVP. I think it's called the Willie Mays Award. So shout out, honestly, all the Dodgers starting pitchers entered in Game 7. Just add to more drama that went on. Matt, let me ask you this. Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasgow, Blake Snell, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, how much do you think collectively the Dodgers were spending on their pitching for Game 7? All four of those guys came into the game.
Yeah, it's over $1 billion.
What do you think the final number is?
I don't know. I looked at it earlier. Was it like 1.2 something?
$0.3 billion.
Hey.
Also, I should just add into this. I'm gonna put the win probability in this podcast. Just look at the chart. Look at it jumping back and forth. This was just like, it was a roller coaster ride at the end. Especially the Blue Jays had, the most chances to win it. They're leading pretty much the whole game. We're throwing haymakers, but the Dodgers kept getting up, and then they threw a haymaker of their own and ended up being able to take home the World Series.
I mean, in baseball, it's completely different than every other sport. You got to pay to win. right? You can't blame the Dodgers
I like
because they're the ones that shelled out the cash to get the best of the best. And if they didn't win, it would have been an absolute failure for them.
I like where you're going with it. So yes, the Dodgers were over the luxury tax for the MLB, and basically that means like there's no like in football, there's not a cap that you have to that you can't spend over. Like if you spend over in baseball, you just pay like a little bit tax more, and you send that out to all the teams. And you say, we don't care, and really it matters for the big market teams. They can pay players way more than the smaller market teams, and so this is going to be a conversation had in the off-season meetings of like, okay, is this something that needs to be addressed? Is it something that we don't need to do moving forward? Personally, I don't mind it. It's helped the Rangers. That's how we were able to win the 2023 World Series. You kind of have to spend your teams, spend money on your teams.
Much, though. That has been nearly that.
As someone whose team has spent that, I'm just more jealous than anything. Like, I wish my team would spend that every year. And I mean, the Yankees also have the same possible, they could shell out that money. Any type of big market team, Chicago possibly could. Like, maybe there is a little bit of a limit, or maybe they make the luxury tax more. But honestly, like, football can have a cap, but baseball, let them pay whatever they want to pay.
I mean, obviously they're spending a lot of money on their players, but they probably made that all back.
What do you think, Matt? Do you like the luxury tax or not?
I mean, no.
Okay.
I would want more parity with the teams. They went back to back because they spent an egregious amount of money on their players. But if every other team has the ability to spend that type of money, then it kind of makes it fair. But would I want a cap? Probably, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: what if it was your team benefiting from it? Then would you want a cap?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Probably not. If I'm getting a ring back to back, or if I'm seeing my team win back to back, I probably wouldn't give it.
I'm glad you bring that up, Matt. This is the Dodgers. They're the first team to repeat in the World Series since the drumroll 2000 New York Yankees. Matt, you were correct.
Thank you.
And like I mentioned, Yoshinobu Yamamoto was named World Series MVP. He was also one of 4 pitchers to win Game 6 off 96 pitches because he pitched the night before. And then he comes into Game 7, throws 37 pitches in the 11th inning, and wins it for the Dodgers. Or I guess he pitched the 10th and the 11th. But he ends up getting the win for Game 7.
9th. Did he pitch the 9th?
I can't remember if he pitched the 9th. He also went 3-0 in the World Series. He pitched a total of 17.2 innings. And he pitched 235 pitches, and he only allowed 2 runs.
I mean, that's Shohei was right, dude. He's probably the best.
The only other closest World Series pitching appearance, something like that, is Madison Bumgarner back in 2014 for the Giants. He had a record of 2-0, pitched 21 innings. So I'm guessing that was over multiples. Actually, I think he just went 2 long games. And then he had 291 pitches, 1 run, and he also won MVP.
I just want to give a little credit to Mad Max.
Max Scherzer.
I do. He pitched a hell of a game till he was taken out. And then, Dodgers came back, obviously, but really wasn't his fault. Obviously, he helped the Rangers win, a couple years ago.
And shout out also.
Just didn't have the level of pitching that the Dodgers did.
But they had, listen, don't feel bad for the Blue Jays. They had so many chances to win this game, and they just couldn't get it done. Like I said, the Dodgers made some incredible plays. They had multiple chances. We were just talking about it, had someone taken a lead of a foot longer, they're safe at home easily. Like, this is how close this game was, and they weren't able to pull it off. And that's why, to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. Speaking of champs, Mookie Betts now has his 4th World Series ring. Is the most among any active player currently. So shout out Mookie Betts.
Again, group project type thing. Definitely did do a lot in this World Series.
Didn't do a lot in the regular season, but was able to pull it out. There was also another stat I saw.
I was going to bring up Vlad, though.
Okay, probably Vlad.
He had a top 2 to 3 postseason performance.
Mr. October.
Reached base the second most times in postseason history.
Wait, what was that?
He reached base the second most times in postseason history.
Jeez.
Only behind Barry Bonds.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's people don't understand about baseball. Anytime you set a record in baseball, baseball's been around probably the longest out of all the sports. So
definitely,
anytime a record gets broken or is close, it's pretty historic stuff that you're seeing.
He also broke the OPS playoff record with a 1.289 percentage, which is On base
what is break it down?
on base percentage plus slugging percentage, which just pretty much measures your offensive production, offensive consistency. Every time he was up there at the plate, he was getting on base, whether it was a walk or a hit.
Yeah,
And speaking of hits,
okay. Speaking of hits,
third baseman for the Blue Jays, Ernie Clement.
I'm glad you're bringing his name up. Every time he came up to bat, I was expecting a big hit from him.
He set the MLB postseason record with 30 hits.
I think. Let me look up what he was in the World Series, but he was
crazy, man.
He was going hot in the World Series.
There's just somebody that I'm not a big baseball guy. Obviously, I've never heard of him. Sure, most people never have, unless you're a Blue Jays fan. But it's kind of just fun, unsuspecting kind of fella.
Yeah, he went 5 for 3.
Breaking that type of record? You kidding me?
I think he went 5 for 3, but I think at one point in the game he was 3 for 3 at the plates. Just in Game 7, he was absolutely killing it. I also saw that this was most watched World Series game since 2017. The audience peaked at 31.54 million. So I did see someone asking today, are the Dodgers America's team now?
Japan's team.
That's where they're Japan's team, because they got the
also
Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
I mean, also, the Toronto Blue Jays, Canada's going to be invested somewhat into this series.
Yeah, it was a very international World Series. I liked it. I was kind of worried going into this. I think I've talked about it whenever we did our preview. I was like, I just hope it's not a sweep. I hope it's just not a gentleman's sweep. I wanted this to go 7 and to get a Game 7. And the way it played out was honestly perfect.
I will say, going into the World Series, I wanted the Blue Jays to win just because the Dodgers are just
I found myself rooting for the Blue Jays as well.
They're a pay-to-win type of team, but, I mean, once, I was watching Game 7, and I saw the Dodgers clawing their way back, I found myself rooting for them.
Yeah,
they just made it such a fun game to watch.
That's one of the great things about when it's not your team in the World Series or like your team in the Super Bowl. Like, you just want to see great baseball or great football, and I think that's what we got. I was honestly like, I wanted the Blue Jays to win just because it was at home, and like whenever that first home run was hit, it was probably one of the loudest crowd pops you've ever heard. Just the place went wild and ballistic. And then when Will Smith hit that home run and it was just so quiet. You could drop a needle. You could definitely hear like the 5 Dodgers fans that were there. So,
dude, it kind of reminds me of
I hate when like the road team wins on the home in the World Series, but that's whatever.
I was going to say, it kind of reminds me of the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl. The Patriots making that type of comeback. I feel like there was kind of like, Game 7, obviously, winner go home, Super Bowl winner go home. Patriots made that incredible comeback. Dodgers made an incredible comeback. It's just fun to watch.
Yep. Speaking of football, do we want to take a quick break and then come hit up with the trade deadline? By the way, that was all of our baseball talk. I think that's it for the World Series. We will hit baseball back up and when it starts up. And I don't like that you did that to me, Matt. And we're back. We're going to, before we get into the NFL trade deadline news, we're going to do a new segment here. We're going to test Matt's knowledge. It's a new segment. It's called Where Did They Go to College? So I'm going to give Matt a player, and he is going to guess whether he knows the college or he doesn't. Now,
this is fun, not for me, but for, viewers watching. It's a fun little game.
This is fun for Matt. He wants to prove his ball knowledge. You might be wondering, like, when I say some of these names, you're going to be like, who is that? We can't do this with, like, Patrick Mahomes or anyone, like, basic Josh Allen. Like, it's not going to be – there are going to be some easy ones in here, but, like, for the most part, me and Matt do this a bunch. I have to get very obscure with some of the names I pull up. So I will maybe give a position and a team that they're with.
Give it to me. I got a Google up and ready.
All right, so there's 14 total. So we will start off with the first one.
God.
Matt, the first one, where did they go to college? Khalil Shakir, Buffalo Bills wide receiver. No clue. Do you want the conference?
Sure.
I believe it is the Mountain West.
Yeah, sure. Nothing.
All right.
Boise State.
It is Boise State. See, this is what I mean.
Fucking Mountain, I know.
He's going to get it. All right. Next up, Nico Collins, wide receiver for Houston.
Why do I want to say NC State?
It's not NC State.
Nico Collins.
I think, what do we do? 3 guesses for each? I can give you the conference if you like.
Sure.
Big Ten.
Nico.
We need a guess. Not Pitt.
The Georgia Tech.
Nope. It is Michigan.
Damn.
Drafted in 2021. All right, Matt, next one.
What an absolute idiot.
Running back for the Denver Broncos, J.K. Dobbins.
Ohio State.
It is Ohio State. I think that was one that you already knew. I'll save that one for later.
Which one?
Well, I guess we can do it. Jalen Warren, running back for Pittsburgh.
Some small school, dude.
Kind of.
I don't know. Conference.
Big 12.
What?
He went undrafted, I believe. Don't quote me on that. All right.
I don't want to take forever, dude. Whatever. Iowa State. No.
Oklahoma State.
All right. I didn't know. When?
I didn't find the year. I think he's in like his fourth year or something. So.
But Sheba Hubbard and Ollie Gordon were there.
Man, he went undrafted. All right. That's all I know.
All right. Good for
I
him.
looked up a little bit of this, or just what was on their ESPN profile.
All right.
All right. Next one, Alvin Austin, wide receiver for Pittsburgh. This is fun. Normally, Matt, I can't think of him, so now I got this list. I don't even know really what conference this is.
Well, then what the hell?
Well, it's a big school. I think they're
big school. You don't know the conference?
Nope. They just lost.
Virginia Tech just lost.
Okay, they're in the American.
Oh God, that's like
the American Athletic Conference.
Like Memphis.
It is Memphis.
Okay.
I'll stop you the second you say it.
Great, because that's the only one. That's the only one I knew, so that's good.
Jonathan Taylor,
Wisconsin.
Yes, running back for
wide
the
receiver.
Indianapolis Colts. I saw the W. Okay. Staying with the Colts, Josh Downs.
Ooh, is that UNC?
It is UNC. Bang! All right, 2023. This one's gonna hurt because it was against my beloved Cowboys, but Jacoby Brissett,
dude,
drafted in 2016. He's been in the league a minute.
Hell no, I don't know that, brother. Why am I getting us something?
You're probably getting us something. You're probably getting us something here.
I'm getting a U and something.
You're
NC State.
NC State is right.
Bang!
I'm surprised you got that.
Dude. I don't know. It's just in there, and it like
you're going through the files in your head.
It's like a filing cabinet, dude. I don't know.
All right, next one. Staying with the Arizona Cardinals, Ban Knight.
Absolutely no clue. Zero. Missouri.
You guys can't see the face I'm giving him right now, but it's are you really done?
Texas Tech?
Nope. NC State as well.
Okay. I don't know.
I thought that was pretty
crazy.
Ban
Knight?
Yeah.
He was a four-string running back.
Staying with the Cardinals here, Trey McBride, tight end.
Please, God, I just saw
I think
this.
we've done this one before. Actually, I don't think we have. I think I did it with someone else.
Is it like a tight end U?
No.
Is it North Dakota State?
No, but you're kind of right on the state part. Like there's a state, like so-and-so state. They're also in the mountain.
Colorado State.
It is Colorado State.
Bang!
All right, final four here. 3 of these are Dallas Cowboys. Staying with the tight end, let's go Jake Ferguson.
Is it a tight end U?
Kind of. We've already said the school for one of the players. I might have just thrown you for a loop. Big Ten.
Pittsburgh?
No.
Kind of a tight end U?
Maybe. I mean, it makes sense if your tight end came from there.
I mean, I don't think it's Iowa or Penn State.
It's not.
Is it Michigan?
It's not Michigan. Turn that M upside down. It is Wisconsin.
Yeah, no clue. Zero clue.
Next one, Kevontae Turpin, returner for the Dallas Cowboys and wide receiver. This one you should probably know.
Tulane.
No. Conference is Conference 12.
My God. Kevontae Turpin.
Turpin time.
I mean, bro, I don't know. It's just going to be a full-out guess at this point.
Well, give me a guess. Big 12.
Arizona.
Nope. TCU.
No clue.
Undrafted as well.
I mean, we're doing undrafted guys? I don't know.
All right.
We got to make it a little,
Brandon Aubrey, kicker for the Cowboys. You don't know that?
No, I don't know it.
He actually didn't play football in college. He played soccer at your favorite school, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish.
He didn't play. That doesn't even count, dude.
It doesn't really count. That one was just to throw you for a loop. And also, I've
been thrown for a loop this whole segment, dude.
All right. Final one here. The Redeemer of all.
You're going to think I don't know ball, dude.
And they're going to think this. I think the fact that we're getting this specific should tell them how often we play this game. But Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, USC.
USC. Bang. Good job, Matt. I don't know how many you got, but you guys played along in the comments. Let us know. We might bring that segment back from time to time.
That's good. Really puts me in my place.
Yeah, you were.
So I would say, I know a lot more than the average person when it comes to this stuff. But
there was a couple, like Josh Downs, I'm surprised you got. And
I mean, if I've heard.
The Jacoby Brissett was crazy. I didn't think you were getting that one.
I don't know how I got that, but
was
if I've like heard where they went to college at some point, then I would.
it's
Then
almost
I
like
have a good chance of like pulling it out.
you have like a photographic memory.
Kind
like
of.
once you hear it.
But I feel like some of these guys I've never heard of where they went. And
No,
at
that's
that
why
point, it's just a guess.
I just wanted to get very specific with you.
Yeah, just Cowboys and Cardinals. Good job, man.
I was kind of going through.
You made this during the Cowboys game, didn't you?
I did make it during the Cowboy game.
Absurd.
I've been adding it throughout the week as I see guys that did well in fantasy, or if I just see someone that I'm like, I won't know that one, I'm gonna pull it up. I was being an old man, but now we can move into the next segment here, and it's the NFL, I guess, Week 9 recap. But first, we're gonna get into the trade deadline that went on. The trade deadline is one of the blessings while we're recording Tuesday. It ended today at 3:00 Central Time. I guess it was 4:00 in New York, but I don't know how many listeners that affects in New York. But we'll kind of get into the Cowboy game and recapping that. But the Cowboys did make some absolute massive moves. I guess one big massive one, and one that kind of we're gonna wait and see what happens with it. But so the Cowboys traded for Cincinnati linebacker Logan Wilson.
Wyoming.
He is from Wyoming. And it was an exchange for a 2026 7th-round pick. So I think that's good value. I was listening to the radio this morning. Jerry Jones compared him to Leighton Vander Esch with kind of the length that he plays with. Mostly not the injury side of things.
Boise State.
And I did see Cincinnati did bench him earlier in week 6 in favor of their rookie Barrett Carter. So we'll see what he kind of brings to the team. Don't know how much I'm expecting from him, but
I don't know if you saw what I added up there. He requested a trade earlier in the season.
Okay.
So maybe they do like, we're going to trade this guy like at the deadline.
Yeah, they're ready to move.
And so why not put in the rookie, just get him some more, experience out there. Yeah. Even though Logan Wilson, dude, he's been phenomenal for the Bengals.
Yeah, he was dominant. He was part of their Super Bowl run. Like, he's only 29, so it's not like we're getting someone super old. He's getting up there. Like, he doesn't have many more contracts left, but especially at the linebacker position, it's a very violent spot. But
only for a 7th rounder. Are you going to find somebody at that talent level in the 7th round? Probably not.
And then the next trade that came later today, it was the Jets trading defensive end Quentin Williams, 6'3", 303 pounds, to the Cowboys. In return, the Jets got a 2026 second round pick, a 2027 first round pick, and defensive tackle Mazi Smith, who is a former first round pick for the Cowboys back in 2023. Overall, I'm not too upset with this move. I did see Jerry Jones in that same interview today. He didn't mention this trade coming up, or he didn't want to tip his hand, but he did say that he wanted to make moves at the deadline. He said he understands that his age, he's getting up there, and he wants to win a Super Bowl before his time is up. But he also doesn't want to put the Cowboys in cap hell. We've seen that with other teams that maybe go all in, and then, years down the road, they're spending multiple seasons trying to get out of it. I think this is a good trade. This gives us a really good player in Quinn Williams. He's I don't know how many times he's been All-Pro or Pro Bowl or whatever, but I do remember the one meme from when he was coming out of the draft. He blessed himself. So
yeah, when he sneezed. Dude, he's probably 2nd or 3rd best defensive tackle in the league.
Yeah, he's an absolute dog.
And Dexter Lawrence in New York.
Moving off of Mazi Smith, I know Jerry Jones earlier today said, like, they still had high hopes for Mazi Smith. He said Tom Landry always said, like, give these defensive tackles 4 years to develop, and this was year 3. So I guess he was ready to move off him. But in the interview, he said, like, I like Mazi. I'm going to keep him around. So just kind of shows Jerry Jones was kind of playing a little two-faced there, maybe.
I don't think you are going to miss Mazi Smith. He hasn't really done much.
So. I don't think so. I'm excited for.
In the discussions, the Jets were probably like, throw in Mazi Smith. Just give us somebody back.
I did see Mazi Smith had like 3 tackles total this year, so it's not like he was contributing to the defense much.
No, but I think Kenny Clark, who the Cowboys traded for or who they got in the Micah Parsons trade, he had a pretty good game against the Cardinals. At least a sack, I saw.
Yeah, and honestly,
I think him with Quentin Williams next to him, with Jerry Jones saying that he wants to, he's big on stopping the run. This is a very good move if you want to stop the run.
Yeah, and this couldn't come at a better time. The Cowboys are now going on a bye week, so they'll have 2 weeks to get these guys And I think the next game is Monday Night Football against the Raiders. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the schedule. So they'll have time to get these guys implemented into the defense, and hopefully they'll be able to make a contribution. I did see the Cowboys have like a 9% chance of making the playoffs, so I'm still not hopeful. I'm still losing last night definitely hurt a lot, or Monday night against the Cardinals. Like that hurts your chances a lot to stay in the race, especially with the Eagles. They're going to keep rolling. I did see the Eagles, like they made tons of moves at the deadline. Like the Cowboys made these were some big moves that the Cowboys made, and maybe just because the Cowboys, but the Eagles, I need to go back and look, but it was like 5 or 6 deals that they've made this week leading up to the trade deadline. Like
they got Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins.
Edge rusher from the Dolphins, kind of in his prime. And they got Jair Alexander, who's kind of from the Ravens, who's kind of in the twilight of his career, but
did you see the
probably good.
Jair Alexander and AJ Brown, like last time they matched up, they were getting into fights and stuff. So now that locker room's going to be, I don't know, maybe there's going to be, have to figure out who the top dog is. Yeah,
they're going to be boys now, dude.
Squash the beef.
They're going for the Super Bowl, dude.
I think that was it on the Cowboys. Did you have anything you want to add on that? You want to go to the next ones?
Yeah.
All right, so lead us off with the next ones, Matt.
Jaguars traded for Jacoby Myers from the Raiders for a 4th and a 6th in this upcoming draft. I think that's just a move because they just placed Travis Hunter on IR.
Yeah, what happened? I didn't see his injury.
I don't know actually what it is, but it was big enough to put him on IR. I guess it was serious enough. The Jaguars don't really have that much in the way of receiving threats. They do have. I know they have our beloved fella Brian Thomas Jr., but
the guy that's going to win me a fantasy game this week.
Yeah, but besides that, they don't have anything. Jacoby Myers is just all right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's really going to improve that wide receiver core tremendously, but the Jags just kind of want to stay in that race, that kind of playoff race, and their schedule's all right. They're doing all right so far. Just beat the Raiders. So, I don't know. It's kind of just a whatever trade, in my opinion, but it's good to get another guy, in the receiver room.
Yeah, maybe that honestly could help open up Brian Thomas a little bit, having another receiver and Jacoby Myers. Like, don't get me wrong, Jacoby Myers, he's not going to blow the top off of any defense, but he's, now defenses have to account for him a little bit more versus it was like Brian Thomas and then an occasional Travis Hunter on offense.
It's like them and Parker Washington.
Yeah.
After that?
What about the next one?
Yeah, the actual blockbuster, besides the Quinnen Williams one. The Colts acquired Sauce Gardner from the Jets. I guess the Jets were just in a fire sale kind of state of mind. They were they embracing the tank, which I respect. These guys, these guys are kind of in their prime right now, and the Jets probably will not have a chance, to make the Super Bowl while these guys are at their best, at their peak. So I agree with trading them when they have their most value. And that value was, for Sauce at least, was 2 first-round picks, one this year, one next year, and Adonai Mitchell, who is,
former Texas receiver.
He's, still young. He's got tremendous speed. There's still, potential there to develop. But, this helps the Colts a lot. I don't really think they're going to miss those 2 first-round picks.
It's always hard with trades because you got to see who they end up picking.
I know, but, the Colts, secondary is not fantastic. They've given up, the 7th most passing yards, per game so far this season. And, sticking Sauce into the CB1 slot, it's obviously going to help you tremendously. He's one of the best corners in the game. So I think it's a win-win for both sides, honestly. Colts are 7-2.
Yeah, Colts are definitely going all in. I think they believe in Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor. They got the offense to support it. And I don't think Adonai Mitchell was really a contributor. I mean, like, as long as you got Michael Pittman and Jonathan Taylor, and they have also Josh Downs, like, they have weapons on offense. They're going to be just fine. Oh, and Tyler Warren, not even mentioning him.
Tyler Warren, they got Alec Pierce as well.
Alec Pierce, yeah. It's almost like they had a plethora of receivers, but they kind of needed some cornerback help. So I think this makes the Colts I don't know if you can say scary after the Steelers game and they got shut down, but definitely makes them better on the defensive end. And I don't hate that. I did see the Jets, like, they sold a lot today, getting rid of Sauce Gardner and Quinn Williams on the same day. Like they're going to have was it 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years?
Mhm.
So they're definitely in the rebuilding phase, and they're going to have plenty of options to get young guys in and make some moves in the draft.
Yeah, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm excited for the future for sure.
I think you were punting on this season anyways. It's like the Colts are kind of running away, or the Bills and the Patriots were kind of running away with the AFC East, and the Dolphins and Jets are kind of left there to sell. Like they didn't have too much.
I agree.
The Jets are also, I was just looking at Tankathon. They're in 3rd right now in the draft. Right now, the New Orleans Saints lead the way at 1-8 with I looked this up after last podcast, but it is strength of schedule after winning percentage. So the Saints and the Titans are tied with the same record, but the Saints have the easier strength of schedule, I believe it is.
And it's funny, the Saints play the Jets and the Dolphins and the Titans down the stretch. So
that could be possible.
It's going to be the biggest tankathon we've ever witnessed as NFL fans. It's a race for the first overall pick.
Speaking of the Saints, I want to get into the next trade that went down with your beloved New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, wide receiver 2, Rashid Shaheed gets shipped out to the Seahawks for a 4th and a 5th this year. And I like this on both sides. You know, keeping Rashid is not going to help us long term. We have nobody to throw him the ball anyways. He's an exceptional deep threat. That's kind of about it. But adding him to the Seahawks wide receiver room into that offense, able to, with his ability to stretch the field, that gives JSN an even bigger opportunity to work, you know, in the middle, underneath. Once Cooper Kupp comes back, he's injured right now, but you put him in the slot, you got JSN on the outside, you got Rashid outside. Rashid's going to take that attention, that over-the-top attention, and then that allows Jason just to work underneath him. So I think it's a good trade for both sides.
And you guys get a bunch of 4th and 5th for him. So
I think that's good value.
Yeah, I think it's great value. I think you guys are going to be building the draft, especially when you have the 1st overall this year. You're going to be able to get really someone you want.
Don't jinx it. And then the Saints did make another trade. Just is kind of just a whatever. They traded Trevor Penning, who they drafted. I think it was like 10th overall a couple years ago. Super athletic guy. Never developed as an offensive tackle, which is what we drafted him to be. He's a really good, run blocker, but traded him to the Chargers for a 2027 6-rounder. I think that's, Joe Alt went down again, another high ankle sprain. They just kind of wanted depth in that O-line, and they got it. I'm not sure he's going to move the needle for the Chargers that much, but, we'll see. Time will tell.
I did see.
I was going to say the Saints should have traded more guys, but
no one came knocking.
It's neither here nor there.
I did see Adam Schefter tweeted there were 8 trades today, tied for the second most on any deadline going back to 1990. There were 10 trades on November 1st, 2022. There were 18 total trades from October 1st to the trade deadline this season, tied with 2022 and 2024 for the most in that time periods. It's always good to see action happen. I know, what is it? The NBA has the best free agency because guys are going different ways. The trade deadline normally doesn't have too much action going on, but then when the Cowboys are in it, and the Jets getting rid of some star players like they did, it makes the trade deadline, you want to keep up with it. And this is going to make some immediate impacts to some teams that are trying to make a run. Cowboys being one of those, I don't know what to expect with it.
I mean, Quentin Williams is still super young, so.
Yeah, I mean, we're building for good. And, we'd lose, what was it, one of the first-round picks that we got for Micahs?
In a second next year.
Second next year, but the first in 2027. So I think that was one of the Micah ones. So we got 2 back for Micah. So I think we had some room to play with.
Those Packers.
But really, you don't know who wins these trades until the teams make their picks with them. So, or, if they get moved around for someone else, you never know. But overall, I think the Cowboys were graded an F on the Quinn Williams one, just an article I saw. So
that's crazy.
Time will tell.
What?
Yeah, I think that was just clickbait. I was like, there's no way that's an F.
No, he's a top 10 defensive lineman in the NFL.
Yeah, so we'll see. With that, we will kind of get into recapping a little bit of the week. We won't get into every game, just some stats that we saw from each one. And then we will preview week 10 of the National Football League. And we're back to recap some of the games. Like I said, we're not going to go through all these games. We're going to try and be as fast as possible on these. Well, at least fast enough, because we have to get through this and the pick'em, because we want to see the college football playoffs. The rankings officially come out tonight. So We're going to get through some of these games. First game, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Bears at the Bengals. Bears 47, Bengals 42. Now, this game meant a lot for the podcast because the pick'em, this was the only game that me and Matt were different on. And I took the Bears. Matt took the Bengals. And, man, this game, I'm not going to lie. I turned it off, and then I ended up seeing the highlights of it, and I'm ashamed that I turned this off. But Joe Flacco, first career game, which was crazy to me. This is his first career game with 400 yards passing. Dude's been in the league for I don't know how many years, and he just now had a game at 400 yards. I would have thought that would have been, he would have already accomplished that. That kind of alluded to earlier with the, go ahead, Matt, with the Caleb Williams stat.
3 passing and receiving.
There
I
we
was going to
go.
say Joe Flacco's previous high in passing yards was 389 in 2011.
2011 is crazy.
And he
14 years ago.
And he lost. And so
Okay.
he had almost, they said 80 more yards this game. Still lost. 170.
He just needs to throw for 500 or something.
Little Drew Brees.
Oh, he had 470? Dude, he was close to 500. Jeez,
He was.
I just thought it was his first one with 400 plus.
That's what happens when you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
I see here Bengals first team in NFL history to score 38 points in back-to-back games and lose. We're Bengals, man.
Don't quote me on that.
I'm quoting you. These are your stats.
Don't quote me. Chase is going to kill me.
Bengals
This one is correct, though. Yeah. Bengals
What?
scored the most points since week 6, and they're 1 since week 6.
Wait, was the other one not true?
I'm pretty sure it is.
You're pretty sure it is. Okay.
89%. Dude, yeah.
Don't quote us on that.
How would it not be true? 38 points and plus in back-to-back games and they lost? 100% that's true. Just how bad the Bengals defense is, man. Like Chase Brown in the locker room afterwards alluded to.
I'll chat GPT it.
Chase Brown said, finish the fucking game. Just end it. Just end the fucking game is what he said.
Yeah, I did see
Bengals
that.
were up 42-41, and then Colton Loveland had that. I saw a clip of when he caught the ball. There were 3 Bengal defenders around him, and he still managed to break all the tackles and score a touchdown to win the game. And as their offense, like that's got to be just very demoralizing.
Okay, I did see that's not true. That stat is not true. They're the first team since the New York Giants of 1966.
Okay.
So it's pretty much true.
Thanks I appreciate that.
We like to fact check our stuff.
Okay, first team in 80 years.
Yeah.
First team in 60 years.
Yeah, I did see the Chase Brown saying he just needs to finish the game. I did see the coach came out today and he was like, that's not how we want to react to games. And so
but is he... I mean, Chase Brown saying that is... Like, if Jamar Chase said that, I'd be like, yeah, I agree.
Well, I think Jamar Chase was like, just get a stop. Just need one stop or something. Like, he also came out.
You just needed one. I mean, you put up 42 points. You should win the game by 15 points at least.
Yeah. T. Higgins also went off in this game. If you had T. Higgins on your fantasy team, you probably won this week. Next game, Matt, also stop me if you have more you want to say on these games. I'm just going to roll through them.
That's it. I was already wrong. I'm out.
All right.
I'm done.
You're rolling up. All right. Vikings 27, Lions 24. Me and Matt both took the Lions in this. And turns out J.J. McCarthy, still really good at football. One stat I saw for this game was J.J. McCarthy has 2 wins this season. Both are against divisional. Are you done? J.J. McCarthy has 2 wins this season. Both are against division opponents. And in both games, Matt, I'm not going to let you take a guess just because you're probably looking at it. But in both games, he had 143 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and interception. And both the division games were on the road. So J.J. McCarthy, if he's on the road, that he's going to have 143 yards passing. He did that twice.
That rushing game must have been good then.
Yeah, it was like the Bears' first game of the season, and then now the Lions. And I know he had that ankle injury, so I guess the ankle was looking fine. He took off on a run. He was throwing great back shoulders he did one to Justin Jefferson, and then he had one to the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, I believe. So J.J. McCarthy looking up, and that was quite an upset. Matt, anything you want to add on that game?
No, that's it.
All right. I just want to make sure I don't leave you out on it. Panthers 16, Packers 13. And not only did the Packers not look good in their uniforms that they were wearing, they also just got smoked. I will say this game makes sense to me because the Panthers beat the Cowboys and the Packers tied. That all matches out. Sometimes you wonder, it's like the bad will or something where it's like every team is... Actually, that's now happened. Every team has now beat someone who beat the other team. So that's a weird stat to say, but...
Don't quote him on that.
Don't quote me on it. Rico Dowdle had 2 touchdowns in this game, and he did get flagged for a double pump celebration. and he it almost ended up selling him the game. But there's a Key and Pill skit where it's 3 pumps and you get flagged for it. He did 2 pumps, and I won't go into more detail of it, but he ended up getting flagged for it. So
I forget the coach's name.
Canales. Yeah,
dude. He said we got to head up Key and Peel and
Michael Key
get the ruling on this. On the pumps.
I did see Michael Key reached out and said that yes, that the Rico got screwed on that.
Is it time to
they got to make a new skit.
Is it time to put Rico Daddle in the 5 running back conversation?
No, not yet. Not why
really?
He did have a ton of carries in this game, and the 2 touchdowns is big. I think he's going to be the starter moving forward. So if you've held on to him in fantasy, I think you got to keep rolling with him, even though Chuba Hubbard will.
He also has 2 games of 200+ yards.
Yeah, one of them against my beloved Cowboys. Neither here nor there.
Undrafted fella, by the way.
Tucker Kraft, tight end for the Packers, did end up tearing his ACL, and I believe he's going to be out for the season.
I think that's a good belief. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
But crazier things have happened. I did see this stat. Packers are the largest favorites to lose outright at any time since the Titans beat the Dolphins as 14.5-point underdogs in Week 14 of the 2023 season. So this was like one of the largest upsets. And the Packers are the only team to lose 2 games this season as more than a touchdown favorite. If anyone remembers from Week 3, they lost to Joe Flacco and the Browns. They were a 7.5-point favorite in that game. So if the Packers are favored by a lot, it might be time to bet the other team, especially if they're wearing those leather helmet jersey or leather helmet whatever in the throwback jerseys.
But they didn't look that bad.
They
looked worse.
I think they look bad when you lose. They look great when you win.
I do want to shout out Panthers tackle.
Here we go. Listen to this pronunciation.
Ike Ekwonu.
Ooh, Ike Ekwonu.
Held Micah Parsons to 0 pressures. Kind of made him his little bitch out there.
Yeah,
that
Micah
certainly
Parsons
helped them win the game.
Micah Parsons.
Ike Ekwonu, NC State.
Another NC State guy. That is a lot of NC
State guys.
There's a lot of NC State NFL players putting out. They're just a production machine over there.
He had a hell of a game.
Okay, moving on to the next game. We won't talk about Chargers Titans. Chargers won. Falcons, Patriots. Patriots won that. Patriots are probably now, I think they are the hottest team in football. Yes, they've won 6 in a row. Moving on to the next one. Niners beat the Giants. What do you want me to say?
Not much to talk about. I mean, they're just the better team.
Well, it's
arguably the best team in ball.
It's hard to talk about these on Tuesday because, like, I'd rather talk more on the previews of what's coming up or talk about, the Cowboys. It
was a close game. It was a 1-point game.
Yeah. There was a lot more 1-point or 1-score games this week versus last week. We kind of it was kind of blowout city.
Yeah. Drake London, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Drake London went crazy in this one. Moving to the next one, 49ers at the Giants. 49ers won 24. Is that true? Mac Jones didn't have an incompletion in the first half?
I am 99.9% sure that is true.
All right, so I'm pretty sure that is true.
Fairly sure that's true.
I turned on this game and they did say something about it. Yeah.
He was dicing him up. But, however, his counterpart in this game, Jackson Dart, I've said there were some reservations about him coming into the season. Is he going to be, a franchise guy? Maybe not his rookie season, but maybe he has some development to do. I think he's there.
He's the guy?
He's there.
I think we said he was the guy.
Dude, 240 total yards, 3 touchdowns.
Him and Dable might be
against a good 49ers defense.
Yeah.
Missing some guys, but still.
To hurt 49ers defense.
I know, missing some guys, but still.
No, Jackson Dart,
he does this week in and week out, though.
And he did it this week with nobody. I mean, they don't have their top receivers and Malik neighbors anymore. They don't have Cam Scatterbo. They do have that new tight end, Theo Johnson, who I picked up on my fantasy team, and there's a great connection between the tight end. He had a touchdown.
Maybe
I say that.
I was going to say I'm surprised they didn't make a move at the deadline for like a kind of playmaker, receiver, whatever. But
they might be punting on the season as well.
Yeah, kind of just keep your guy, let Malik come back healthy, kind of get somebody the draft type deal.
And their defense is good. It's just, guess what? Christian McCaffrey really good at football. Christian McCaffrey had a hell of a game in this one.
Yeah, they have arguably the best defensive line in football. Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, rookie, phenomenal, had an interception in this game off a tip from Brian Burns, who leads the league in sacks, or tied for the lead with 10.
Oh, I think I did see Mac Jones's the one that did count as like an incompletion or something was I think it counted as a fumble technically, but it was an interception.
Yeah,
The ball still didn't hit the ground, but it was just completed to the other team.
That's what I was just saying. Brian
So.
Burns tipped it, and then Abdul Carter caught it. Also, I don't know if you saw that play. Abdul Carter, I think he jumped at least 18 feet off the ground to catch that.
He's a freak athlete.
He's an absolute monster, man.
I saw he was doing like a sideline interview with like one of the sideline reporter girls, and you could just tell he is a humongous guy. He's imposing.
He's a dog. They're gonna have. I mean, their defensive line is incredible. But.
Moving on to the next one, Colts at the Steelers. Colts lose 20-27. Not too much to say in this one. It was a bad Daniel Jones game. The Steelers defense showed up. They held Jonathan Taylor in check pretty well. There was just Colts turnovers cost them the game in this one. And a DK Metcalf was nowhere to be found in this game, which say what you want. I was okay with Exos playing against them in fantasy, but yeah, just no DK Metcalf really didn't get too involved.
Yeah. I will say year in and year out, the Steelers are always going to be like at least competitive in their games. Like they're always going to have a solid defense. It's going to be a tough win against them. I know like Mike Tomlin still has never had like a losing season, something like that.
And here's an interesting little fact. Steelers are at the top of the division, the AFC North. They're looking like a playoff team. They're 5-3.
Not much competition in that division, though.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson being back for the Ravens.
That's true, actually.
It's gonna heat up a little bit more, but like the Bengals and Browns aren't gonna make any.
I think they're done though.
Push.
Who? I was gonna ask you. You think the Ravens storm back? They forget the exact teams they play the next like 2 months?
I got it right here.
But it is a very favorable schedule for the Ravens.
So they got Vikings next, then they go to the Browns, and then they are playing the Jets at home. And then it's the Bengals, Steelers, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. That is favorable.
Okay.
They could easily go 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just say they split with the Steelers. 6-3.
I'd say maybe 9 or 10 wins.
They could be at like 9-8.
9 or 10 wins will probably win this division.
Yeah, they could be at 9-8. Possibly, I don't know if that's a wild card spot, but
it's gonna be a lot on Lamar's shoulders, though.
I mean,
they put him in a deep hole, which
the thing about Lamar though is as long as Lamar's healthy, they can beat anybody. That good. Next game, Broncos 18, Texans 15, and once again, the Broncos just. If they're losing in the fourth quarter, they're going to win the game. They were down again in this one. I think this is like the fourth game of the season. They weren't down against the Cowboys in the fourth quarter, but they scored 11 points in the fourth. It was 15-7, and then they come back roaring to win 18-15. I was like, once the fourth quarter starts, that's Bo Nix football. He finally remembers that he's really good at football. CJ Stroud also left this game with a concussion, which made David Mills or Davis Mills? Davis Mills comes in for the Texans, which their offense was already looking stagnant. It looked even more with him at the helm. But CJ Stroud needs to learn how to slide and get down quicker because he went for an extra yard and his head got planted into the turf. I think it's turf over there in Houston. But either way, that was these quarterbacks are eventually going to learn to get down and not try and fight for the extra yard. Live to have another play.
Yeah, dude, this just makes me hate Sean Payton even more, dude.
What?
Left the Saints to go revive a bad Denver Broncos team.
Did he leave the Saints or you guys ran him out of town?
He didn't run anything out of anywhere. He's our guy. He's always been our guy. He left. He was still under contract and he left, and that's why we got a pick from the Broncos because they signed Sean Payton to be their coach. We got like a second-round pick, I think, or first-round pick.
Yeah, he felt burnt out from coaching. That's why he left. The post-Breeze transition.
Yeah, I don't blame that. I don't blame him. When he got Jameis Winston and Trevor Siemian
I thought you guys ran him out.
Taysom Hill as your quarterbacks, I would get burnt out too.
Well, it looks like he's found some new life in Denver.
Yes, he has, man.
He looks happy, man. Don't you want to see him happy?
No.
You want to see him go down?
Left us in the dust, dude.
Well, they are leaving the Saints in the dust right now.
I don't blame him, but I do blame him.
Broncos, I said the Patriots are the hottest team in football. The Broncos are right there with them. They've also won 6 in a row, and they are on top of the AFC West right now at 7-2. So, looking great for the
tough division
for Sean Payton. Tough
Especially
division.
with the Chiefs losing.
Yeah. which we'll get into that one. But first, before we do, we got to talk about Jaguars Raiders. Actually, we don't need to talk about this game. We said enough with it. Cam Little breaks the record with a 68-yard field goal before half. And yeah, whatever. This game did go into overtime, and the Raiders did score. However, they went for 2, which honestly I respect. Don't want to end in a tie. They could have easily kicked the field goal, and this game would have been another tie to make more playoff scenarios. But they stood their ground, went for 2, and Geno Smith hit the defensive lineman right in the face, and that pretty much sealed the game for the Jaguars.
Hey, Brock Bowers, though.
Brock Bowers, yeah.
Welcome back, Brock Bowers.
Yeah, welcome back as Matt sends him packing and his fan. Do we want to get into that? The trade that you made?
I'm really not sure they would care, but I would have to give context into the trade, though.
Okay, maybe if people want to hear, but yeah, Matt traded away Brock Bowers for Quinshon
Judkins. Ev Gadsden was a tight end.
Yeah,
as well.
So.
Kind of selling high there, but
we'll see.
With
Next
Jacoby
game,
Myers gone. With Jacoby Myers gone,
yeah, he's about to pop
they
off
might get
even
more targets. Maybe. I was gonna. You want to talk about
what?
The kicking, the field goal thing?
We did talk about it in the Brodie of the Week.
Oh, the graphic I sent you.
Oh yeah. I'll put this up right here. So what was it? Let me pull it up right now.
It is. I mean, after Cam Little set the record, graphic came out. Which option are you trying? 10-yard field goal for $1,000, 20-yard field goal for $10,000, 30-yard field goal for $100,000, 40-yard field goal for $1 million, 50-yarder for $100 million, and 60-yarder for $1 billion. I already have my answer.
I think I did a little bit of during the pandemic. There was a field behind my house. There was like a goalpost and everything. So I tried a little bit. I think, is it just one shot at this? Like I don't get any warm up or anything.
100%. You
can
get a warm up. Yeah.
Okay, if I get a warm up, I'll go 40.
That's crazy.
40 yard for $1 million.
That's crazy.
And I'll probably know after my warm up whether I should move in or not. But I think I could possibly hit a 40 yarder. I mean, well, so that's from the 30, right? Yeah, yards. I could hit that. I mean, do I have to do it do a kicker run up type of thing?
It's a field goal.
Oh, I have to do a field goal footsteps on it. Okay.
Yes, it's a field goal. I'm taking 20 yarder, 10K.
You think you hit a 20 yarder?
Yes.
That's easy.
Cash me out, 20K. I'm
gonna go 40 for $1 million. I think I got, risk it for the biscuit type of thing. I think the payoff there, it's 10 times
go for the 60.
I'm not getting 60.
For $1 billion?
I'm not getting 60. I mean, as long as I don't have an actual offense or defensive line, I have to get the ball. And if I could have if I could have a run up like a kickoff, I think maybe
I think it's
50.
the same distance either way, probably. The run up, I think.
I don't know. Maybe we should make this like a TikTok. Go out to a field and try this.
I feel like
also, if it's an NFL ball, I'd probably go 30, just because I think those are a little bit bigger, a little tougher.
I feel like I could make a 30 yarder, but not first try. And so if it's you make it or you miss it, that's it. I'm going 20 yards.
I'll go 40. That's my final answer. Lock it in.
That's fair. I respect that. I kind of took the easy way out, so to speak.
Yeah, I wonder if it was I would try the 50 and 60 if it was start at 10, make that, move to the 20,
actually,
make that. Make
the situation is you're down to Super Bowl, 1 second on the clock. They're bringing you out there, make a wish kick. You get to pick your yardage.
If it's the Super Bowl, I'm doing.
Stadium is filled, 60,000 cheering fans in the stadium.
If it's the Super Bowl, I'm doing the 20 or the 30. I'm not going to risk it especially if you're rolling me out there for the Cowboys.
I got to put on.
Brayden
Aubrey just tore his hip flexor,
and I'm the one getting called out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually cooked.
Let's let this guy pick his yardage.
Can I get the microphone whenever I make my announcement and also apologize? Okay, but yeah, I'm probably gonna go 20. I'm gonna play it safe on the Super Bowl.
But yeah, I would go 20 regardless.
Pretty much like what it is. Now I want to kind of try this. Maybe this would be
20 yarder and
we could easily go out and try.
It looks.
We could find a field around
you're at
here.
Well, actually, you'd be at I guess ball would be at the 10, or I guess ball would be at the. I don't know how far is the snap to the holder. How many yards is that?
It is 7. Oh.
So they'd be at the 13,
7 or 5.
The ball would be at the 13, which that kind of would look
weird.
Like you could miss it.
Yeah. And
But,
it's
like,
NFL goalposts too.
you
Those
could
those
miss
are
it,
more
though.
narrow, but
You could miss it, though. Yeah, but I thought it was just a fun little thing.
I think I'm overconfident.
Viewers can give their
Yeah, drop in the
can,
comments.
give
Which
their
one
input
would
on
you
that.
do? How much are you willing to risk? All right, next game, Saints at the Rams. Saints 10, Rams 34. Matt, take it away.
It was a close one, man. Not at all, actually. 1-8 start for the Aints. I'm gonna start calling them. First 1-8 start since 1980. That's our second 1-8 start in history.
Fun stat.
This was actually, I think this was beginning of the Aints era, where they were called the Aints, and they had the paper bags over their heads, which is fair. I think we're kind of getting there at this point, which is, I mean, it's like,
I love that we're documenting this.
I mean, at this point, like nowadays, like right now, we saw them, they've won a Super Bowl. We've had Drew Brees, playoff yearly, perennial playoff team, whatever. In the 80s, they had nothing to look forward for. They had nothing to look back on. They were just bad. But like 1-8 is just atrocious. Puka, Devontae Adams killed us. Puka, 7 catches, 95 yards, touchdown. Devontae Adams, 5 catches, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stafford, 281 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. He's looking like an MVP type of guy. I know this was against the worst team, arguably, in football, but still, he does this week in and week out. I think we got to give Matt Stafford some credit. To be fair, Tyler Shuck did start, and he did have a touchdown.
Yep.
His first NFL touchdown was to Juwan Johnson. Very fun. I think I said this previous podcast. Juwan Johnson was a receiver at Oregon, and he played with Tyler Shuck. They were teammates in 2019. So his first touchdown was to a college teammate, that's fun.
Yep.
That's kind of the only fun thing about it for the Saints.
I did see
the Saints. One more thing. Saints' time of possession was 16 minutes and 7 seconds. 13th lowest in NFL history. That's that's barely 1 quarter.
Yeah, it seemed like
so the Rams had the ball for, what's that math? 60 minutes, 16. 16.
We're on a math podcast. 44 minutes. 43, 53.
16.7.
Something like that.
Yeah, they had the ball. I mean, it's just, I wasn't even watching the Saints. I was watching the Rams. Saints barely had the ball.
You did see when they did have the ball, Taysom Hill was coming in at quarterback a little bit.
I did see that. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, it was like a soft benching for Tyler Shuck, and then they bring him back out.
Yeah, it's soft bench. It's because Taysom Hill had that longest run of the year for the Saints. It was 29 yards, Taysom Hill, on Sunday.
I did see this, yeah.
And so they just kept him in, trying to keep the spark going. It died out real quickly. There's nothing I could do. Yeah, trade that guy as well. Get that guy out of there.
We won't make you go too crazy. We'll move on to the next one. Saints.
It's just nothing at this point. Every single week, it's just going to be less and less time I talk about it.
We started. It's slowly doing it. I'd love to see a compilation at the end of the year of all
this. This is the least I've written about the Saints, because there's nothing. It's 34-10, whatever. Rams kicked their ass. They're one of the best teams in the NFC. Whatever.
I did see Puka got hurt in this game. It was like a chest problem or something. Like he landed on the ball. I don't know. He left the game and didn't come back in, I don't think, after. It was like halftime or something.
I think that's more so they didn't need him.
Yeah, Devontae Adams was having a day anyway, so we'll move on to the next one. Chiefs at the Bills. Chiefs 21, Bills 28. My game of the week, and man, did it live up to the billing. This was a good game, and once again, the Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season. But the question is, can they beat them in the postseason? It seemed like, for the most part, their defense was getting after Patrick Mahomes and slowing him down. I think he was sacked a lot in this game. I did see one of the coolest plays was they let Joey Bosa come free off the edge, and he was wondering, like, why am I free off the edge in this game? And he looks back for a screen, and then all of a sudden they bring an offensive lineman in, and then Mahomes. This was on 4th down, by the way, too. And he just hits an absolute beam to Rashid Rice and moved the chains.
That could have been Joey Bosa's easiest sack of his career.
Yeah, and that just shows.
I mean, you can't blame him. If he's that free off the edge, it's probably going to be a screen.
That just shows, like, Andy Reid was in his bag, and he's like, okay, you want to fight, get him? I'll give you a free look at him, and then mess you up.
I think that was just more Joey Bosa.
No, I think that was honestly designed, because the way when Mahomes, he did like a fake rollout, and then as he comes back, they have an offensive lineman come up, and then he takes Joey Bosa. Like, he came all the way from the other side. So I think it was designed. It just,
Well, he like went up halfway into the backfield and he just stopped.
Yeah, because he was wondering, why am I free? They were playing
Well,
mind games.
what if he didn't stop?
Well, then
I guess that's
Patrick
hindsight.
Patrick Mahomes could have got killed.
He would have perished. Yeah, no, I agree. Andy Reid, you never doubt that fella.
Yeah, I did see here
minds.
the completion percentage. You want to talk about that for a second? No, I'm saying it's your stat.
I don't know it.
You put it in here.
Yeah, it's my stat. Mahomes' lowest completion percentage of his career, 4%.
Yeah, it did seem like
it's all my stats. My fault.
Yeah, I was going to let you run with this game. I was kind of running with it for a second.
All right, yeah. 44% lowest of his career, which is very low. I mean, if that's your lowest, it's really not too bad, but it's just the fact that Josh Allen has won 5 straight regular season games against Mahomes.
And that's the question. It's like, yes, they'll beat him in the regular season, and yes, this was at home. I did see this was the first time that these teams played, and neither of them was first place in the AFC or even in their division or something.
That's fun.
Wait, are the Bills first in their division?
No, Patriots.
No, the Patriots are. Okay, yeah. So that's correct. These teams are in first place.
It's kind of the Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson thing. They can win in the regular season, but they just can't get over that Patrick Mahomes-sized hump in the postseason. Just because Mahomes is one of those guys, like Tom Brady, like Peyton Manning, like Drew Brees, that just turns it up in the postseason, man, and they just become a different beast, man.
I also saw that this was just like, I know I said Khalil Shakir in where did they go to college? Alton Kincaid had himself a day for the Bills. Had 100 yards receiving, a touchdown, 6 receptions. He was the favorite target of the day. Rashid Rice also was doing a lot. He just didn't get a touchdown in this one. But 28-21.
Rushy,
whatever.
Rushy. There's no D.
He's on my fantasy team. I can say what I want.
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean, listen, this game wasn't a blowout by any means. And if anything, this just shows like both these teams are good. I think I almost think both these teams are doomed for like a road trip in the playoffs, especially if the Patriots. I mean, the Bills could possibly win their division. They're in a lot more of a driver's seat. They get to play the Patriots, control it. The Chiefs are they're 5-4. They're going to be scratching and clawing to make the playoffs, and they might be sneaking in as a wild card team that nobody wants to play. I don't think anyone wants Patrick Mahomes to see him in the playoffs, especially once the Chiefs get back to like they're just getting into the full swing of things. They got the bye week this week to get even healthier.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm kind of surprised the Chiefs didn't make a move at the deadline.
Yeah, they feel like they need running back. I feel like receiver are fine.
There's rumors of Breece Hall for the Jets being traded. I thought, the Chiefs would be a very good destination for them. Very good run of the ball. Also very good catching it out of the backfield.
Yeah.
But Jets decided to keep him, and I respect that. It's probably top 10, 12 running back in the leagues.
Next game, Seattle Seahawks. Well, this was the Sunday night game. Seattle Seahawks 38, Commanders 14. This was an absolute belt-to-ass situation. It was 31-7 at half. The Seahawks in their throwback jerseys looked absolutely sick. Not too much to say. I do want to bring up Jaden Daniels got hurt in this game, broke his elbow, and this is kind of a coincidence. It's a crazy coincidence, but it's a dislocated elbow, and it was a blowout game. Wasn't much needed. He was able to walk off the field in an air cast. But the crazy coincidence here is RG3's injury that he also suffered with I guess at the time it was Washington Redskins, also came against Seattle in a primetime game, January 6, 2013, in a wild card, fourth quarter game. And Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator at the time for Seattle. So RG3 and Jane Daniels were both injured against the same opponent in a primetime game in the same stadium on the same down, and it was on the same yard line, the 4th yard line. That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Dude.
Both were injured on the same field. Both were injured at around the 4-yard line. Both were injured on second down in the 4th quarter, and both were playing the Seahawks. Also, both were number 2 in their draft, or pick number 2.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah, history repeats itself.
Dude, they should, I will say, it's an absolute crime. Every single Commanders coach, owner should be arrested for having Jaden Daniels out there. When the Commanders are down 38-7 in the 4th quarter, and you have your franchise guy is out there, what's the point? Is he gonna learn something while he's out there? Is he gonna get better?
I think
what's the risk to reward ratio there?
I think there's 2 things to this. I think you just saw what the Broncos were able to do against the Giants, where they score 32 or whatever, 33 in the 4th quarter. Like, it doesn't happen often, but there is a chance. The second thing, I think this is probably more what it was, Jane Daniels is just coming off an injury and sitting out a couple weeks. Maybe they were just trying to get him some reps. I don't know why he was running the ball. Like, he needs to get down. And it's an absolute freak play. The way he was thrown down, he just put an arm out. Like, they always teach, like, I go snowboarding. They say, like, when you're snowboarding, don't stick your arm out when you fall because that's how the most injuries happen, probably snowboarding. It's kind of the same thing. When you're going down, you just kind of got to tuck and roll. And it's just human nature to reach out. And it sucks. It looks absolutely gruesome on TV. And you hate seeing star players, especially someone like Jaden Daniels, who brings so much life to that team to go out. What?
But I was going to say, do you know what would prevent that, though?
Not playing him.
Not having him in the fourth quarter when you're down 38-7?
Yeah. But, I mean, the Commanders, it just seems like it's an injury-plagued season. I think who was it? Luke McCaffrey also went down in this game.
Marshall Lattimore tore his ACL in this game?
Marshall Lattimore also tore his ACL in this game. Like, I don't know what it is. The Commanders just can't beat the injury bug right now, and it sucks because they're probably done for the season now. So, I will say for Seattle, this is their 10th straight road game win, so they're hot. So is Sam Darnold. Does that mean you take a break?
As physically or on the field wise?
Both.
No, yeah. College rankings are out. They're coming out.
Yeah, they're coming
25 through 21. Number 20, Iowa.
Hold on.
Hurry up.
Oh, we're just doing this live?
We got to hurry up.
Here, wait. I'll start another thing real quick. All right, we're back to finish out the recap. Full disclosure, we just cut to do the college football live reaction, so we'll see what that ends up making the episode. Jeez, I am locked in. This episode's getting so long with college
football playoff rankings.
Yeah. All right. So Monday Night Football just happened. We talked about kind of some of the trades that the Cowboys made at the end of the trade deadline, but just recapping this game real quick. Cardinals 2017.
We can see why they did make those trades.
Yeah, we can see why they needed to make the trades. The Cardinals, this is their fourth straight win against the Cowboys. They are now 8-1 in the last 9 against the Cowboys. So the Cardinals just have the Cowboys number. Jacoby Brissett, I believe, is now the new quarterback. And the notes here, I had him new quarterback 1 in Arizona, ? And I believe Adam Schefter tweeted out today that the Cardinals are going to stick with him at quarterback and keep Kyler Murray sidelined.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to keep him sidelined because of how well Brissett has been playing.
Yeah, and they will lose the locker room.
I don't know if Kyler Murray might still be just dealing with an injury, and they're like, we're winning with Brissett. Our offense is
I would say Marvin Harrison seemed unlocked by Jacoby Brissett in this one. 7 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Absolutely made Deron Bland fall and grab his ankles in the end zone.
That
was disgusting.
Brother. It's like I was out there trying to cover.
Yeah, Matt, you might have been a little closer. That's why I was surprised we didn't go after like Sauce Gardner, but whatever.
Well, so Marvin Harrison Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know his previous
Marvin Harrison
reception? His previous highest reception game, the most
3?
Receptions he's had in a game before this past one with Kyler Murray. 6.
Okay,
that's the most receptions he's had in a game
as a wide receiver 1
in a season and a half. 6,
yeah,
and he broke his record with 7.
Yeah, and I mean he had a touchdown. So.
Yeah, touchdown. I've liked Jacoby Brissett, man. I've always liked him. He's
the big body quarterback stuff. One of our guys, I think it was Dante Fowler, sacked him. And Dante Fowler got up limping and left the game. Like, he was hurt from sacking Jacoby Brissett. So the big body quarterbacks to get it done.
He can move too.
Yeah, I mean, he had 2 passing touchdowns and a tush-push rushing touchdown in this game. Dak Prescott played a little bit better than his previous game against the Broncos. Wasn't that much better. He went 24 for 39, 250 yards, a touchdown, and a Hail Mary interception, but he also should have had another interception that was dropped. Cowboys were 0-3 on 4th downs. They had 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and like I said, the interception. The Cowboys defense did block a punt and recovered it for a touchdown. The offense, on the other hand, did not score a touchdown until the 4th quarter. So
yeah, wasn't that
that
block punt? Wasn't that like right before halftime?
Yes.
And then I was watching it with family, and I was like, they're getting some momentum. They're going to get electric in the locker room. And then, second half and first drive for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Scored within a minute and a half.
Yeah. And now the Cowboys, they're going to go on bye. They're going to play the Raiders in 2 weeks. And sometimes it just sucks to go into a bye on a loss because now you got to sit and let that marinate for 2 weeks. On the positive note, they did add some more defensive players to the team. So they'll get those guys the orientation done and get them situated into the defense well, and they'll be there in 2 weeks for the Monday night game against the Raiders. The Cowboys are still second in the NFC East behind the Eagles. I believe they're like 3 games back now or something. Yes, yeah, the Eagles are 6-2. The Cowboys are 3-5-1.
For the Giants.
The Giants are 2-7. They are last in the division. The Commanders are 3-6.
Commanders aren't going to be 3-6 for long.
But
I don't know the Giants' schedule, but could be a battle for second place between.
I don't
Giants
think you
and
get
Cowboys.
anything for second place. I don't think either of us are winning the wild card.
Not sure how good the NFC is. Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, Matt. Which division do you think is the most competitive in the NFC? Honestly, probably just the most competitive across the entire NFL.
NFC West.
NFC West is pretty competitive. There are 3 teams at 6-2. The Seahawks, the Rams, the 49ers, and the Cardinals are then at 3-5. But what I think is the most competitive, and the division the only division that's above 500 or at 500.
NFC South.
NFC North. The Green Bay Packers are 5-2-1. The Detroit Lions are 5-3. The Bears are 5-3, and the Minnesota Vikings are 4-4. So all of those teams are 500 or better. It's the only division where it's like that. So
I just think Rams, Seahawks are
they're
probably. It's hard to say. They might be better than any NFC North team. Lions have showed some flaws. I don't think they're as good as last year. Obviously, Vikings are not.
Packers have showed flaws.
Maybe. Lost to the Browns. Obviously, just lost to the Panthers. Rams and Seahawks are looking real good, man.
Yeah. The Seahawks are, that Sunday night game, it's hard to look at the Seahawks and say, not a Super Bowl contender. It's hard to look at the Rams and say, not a Super Bowl contender, although they was against the Saints. So, don't want to put you down anymore, Matt, but I do think the Bears are like a sneaky good team. I don't hate them. I don't think are they going to make a deep run in the play? Like the NFC North team just seems like playoff teams to me. But as far as like Super Bowl contenders, I like the Rams and the Seahawks. I think I'm with you on that.
The Bears just beat the worst defense in the league. They just played the worst defense in the league.
Yeah, but the Rams just beat the Saints. Yeah, come on.
They beat them 34-10.
All right.
What was the Bears score?
The Bears score was 47.
42.
So
giving up 42 points.
That was them just toying, seeing what they could do. It was also an elite Joe Flacco coming at them. But I think you're right on. I think honestly, like the Eagles, it's gonna be tough to bet against them to not repeat out of the NFC.
I know NFC North last year was probably the best.
Oh yeah, I think they had 3 teams make the playoffs. Although 2 of them, I think, had
Lions,
first round
Vikings,
exits.
Packers.
Or did they all 3 have first round exits? I know the Vikings lost.
No, Wait.
No. Do we need to look this up?
Did the Bucs beat the Lions? Who was in the NFC Championship? It was Commanders and Eagles. Yeah,
so Lions won the NFC. Like they had the top overall, and then the Vikings and the Packers both got in as wild cards.
It's in the past. Who cares?
Yeah, it's in the past. We're talking about this year.
I don't think any of those teams are as good this year anyways.
But we'll move on and we'll come back and preview, was it week 10 of the NFL? So what? Lions lost to the Commanders.
Yeah. Well, I was going to bring up something for the Cowboys Cardinals. I don't know if that.
Okay, go ahead.
If it even matters at this point. Walter Nolan for the Cardinals. Their 16th overall pick in this last draft. Made his season debut against the Cowboys. Had 4 tackles, 1 sack, 2 TFLs, and a pass break.
Mm-hmm.
D tackle out of Ole Miss.
You just had to bring that up.
As a rookie, your first game?
Yeah.
Is that?
Went crazy on him.
Fantastic.
Everyone always plays their best game against the Cowboys. It's incredible. They hate us.
It could have been a Brodie.
Could have been a Brodie. Not my Brodie. I'm rolling with my guys. All right, we'll come back and we'll preview week 10.
I didn't even know your guys.
All right, and we're back to preview week 10 of the National Football League. Just a reminder, the teams that are on bye this week are the Bengals, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Titans. Me and Matt, just an update on the pick'em. Let me see here. So we had 1 game difference last week. I was right on that game. Matt is still down. I am up 4 games on him, and we can get right into it. Once again, Matt's going to try and guess the spreads. Matt, I think you spoiled one of them, but.
I don't think so.
Okay. He'll guess the spreads. He'll probably get 1 or 2 right, but it's just a little fun game we play as we go through these games. All right, so first game, starting us off, Thursday Night Football, Raiders at the Broncos, and I'm going to go with my boy Bo Nix. I'm going to make it pretty simple. I think the Raiders sell Jacoby Myers, tells you exactly everything you need to. I'm rolling with the Broncos.
I'm also rolling with the Broncos. Rolling with my guy, Sean Payton.
Rolling with Sean Payton, even though you hate him. Hate his guts.
I do hate his guys.
All right, Matt, what do you think the spread is for this game?
I'm just going to take like kind of a shot in the dark, say Broncos minus 9.5.
It is Broncos 8.5.
No, it's not.
I'm looking at it right now on ESPN. That was one you looked at probably too,
Hey, you're
right?
I did look at it. I swear to God, it said 9.5, dude.
He
They just
literally
changed
looks
it.
at it.
They just changed it.
I don't know. Moving on to the next game, we do have a Sunday morning game starting at, I guess, 8:30 Eastern. 7:30 for me.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah, it's in Berlin, Germany. It is the Falcons, technically at the Colts, but it's really just Falcons versus Colts. I'm going to rock with the team that just signed Sauce Gardner and is looking to make some moves and hopefully going to have a bounce back week. I'm going to go with the Colts.
Give me the Colts minus 5.
I don't even know what you just said.
7.5.
It is Colts 6.5.
All right, dude.
This is normally how it goes.
I was trying to keep it in the German,
Did you not know? Did you know German?
Sex?
No. Matt, this is your game.
Yes. What do you mean?
It's the
Sex?
Berlin game. No. It's
What do you
the
mean,
Berlin
no?
game.
Sex.
This is the Matt
That's
Berlin
sex
game.
in German.
Okay. I hope this is the last game in Germany because I can't take this anymore.
Try
We're gonna move on. We're moving on to the noon games, all right?
I know ball, dude.
All right, noon games. Giants at the Bears. And I believe in my guy Caleb Williams. Yeah. I don't know if DeAndre Swift is back for this one, but I'm gonna go Bears. The Bears.
Would it matter if he's back?
DeAndre Swift?
See Cal Manon guy?
Yeah, Cal Munga is also running crazy.
176 yards.
I think the Bears are a hot team.
Yeah, give me the New York Football Giants, please.
Ooh, okay. Switching it up. All right. Bills at the Dolphins. I won't even ask you what your pick. Oh, wait. We forgot to do the spread for the last one.
Oh. Bears minus 3.5.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
All right. Bills at the Dolphins. Once again, we pretty much just glanced over this one. I'm putting both down for Bills.
Bills
Matt,
minus.
Guess the spread.
10.5.
9.5. All right. Ravens at the Vikings. Matt, I'll let you pick first on this one.
That's interesting. Give me Ravens.
All right. I'm going Vikings.
I'm going to say Ravens minus like 2.5.
Ravens 4.5. So I think that one's going to be interesting with Lamar, but I'm rocking with the Vikings, especially at home. I think that's going to be a good one for them. All right. Browns at the Jets. This is disgusting. And I think we could just go ahead and put Browns down because actually both these teams sold. But I think I'm rocking with the Browns over the Jets.
What do you mean they sold?
But didn't the Browns get rid of someone as well at the trade deadline? Oh, I thought they got rid of like an offensive lineman or something. No? Okay, then I'm definitely going Browns.
I believe so. Yeah.
What, you going Browns as well?
100%. I think Quinshon Judkins might go for 300 yards.
All right. What do you think the spread is?
No Conan Williams. Browns minus 3.5.
2.5.
Dude, say 2.5.
Next game. This game's actually, I like this game a lot. Patriots at the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Bucks coming off a bye.
Bucks coming off a bye. I'll let you pick first on this one.
Going Patriots.
I don't hate that.
It's going to be close, I feel like minus.
I'm going Buccaneers.
I'm going to say 2.5.
Nailed it, 2.5.
Minus 2.5? Okay.
Yeah, I think, is Bucky Irving back? I mean, Emeka's going to be back.
This is the first week he's available to be back.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he's going to be back. It's Tuesday, right? There's no telling.
I mean, this will be one of the games that I'm watching on Sunday. This is going to be, I think this is a good one, especially
it's gonna be fun.
Two powerhouse teams.
Two of the most fun young quarterbacks.
Interesting stat here. The Patriots are 4-0 on the road.
They're playing in Tampa?
Yeah, it's in Tampa.
Oh.
So we'll see if they keep that streak alive. They are the hottest team in football along with the Broncos. All right. Next game here. Moment of silence. All right. Saints at the Panthers. I'm going to continue my streak of going against the Saints, and I'm taking the Panthers and my boy Rico Dowdle.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, I'm going to go Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers minus 5.5.
I actually nailed it.
Nice.
You're getting a lot more of these.
I'm just I kind of liked a little bit what I saw to suck. Maybe. I don't know. There's no Rashid Shaheed anymore. I mean, Rico Dowdle might have 8,000 yards. The
Panthers control both sides of the ball. They have a strong defensive line and a really good offensive line. I think the offensive line's been a little hurt, but yeah, I think I'm just going to pick against the Saints and the Jets the rest of the way of the season. Never in my life would I ever assume that the Panthers would beat the Saints, just historically.
But this year, yeah, 100%.
Have you guys already played each other?
No.
Okay.
We played
So-
one division game. That was the Buccaneers. We lost by 20.
So it could be a clean sweep, or Tyler Shuck could be the guy moving forward. All right, next game, Jaguars at the Texans.
Disgusting.
I liked what I saw from the Texans
Vile.
on defense against the Broncos, but I feel
Dude,
like the Texans.
Jags just got Jacoby Myers, man. What are you saying? Team changer.
I'm going to help you right now. I'm going Jags, but this game's going to be disgusting.
What? I mean, Texans defense is very good.
Their defense is really good. It's really scary.
Their offense is horrific.
They're going to have
though.
Trevor Lawrence in hell.
Their offense is horrendous. Give me Texans.
Ooh, okay. So we're a little different this week.
I got to make some change. I'm down 4, right?
We're 4 games right now. So if all these games swing, it could be a new ball game. We still
Jags
got-
minus
Oh, okay.
3.5.
No, Jags are not favored in this game.
What do they love? The Texans.
They love the Texans.
They love
Texans are
them.
favored 1.5.
I had them favored against the
Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was an all-time moment from you. The who? The Texans are
Obscene,
favored in this
truly.
game?
Yeah, it didn't really work out for them.
All right, now to the afternoon slate. I like this game. However, I know where I'm going with it. Cardinals at the Seahawks. I'm rocking with Sam Darnold. Seahawks just added another offensive weapon, and Rashid Shaheed. Might see a deep ball for him in this game. I'm going Seahawks. Matt, what about you?
Me Seahawks. Me minus 6.5.
You are on fire today.
Damn.
You are nailing it. All right, Rams at the 49ers. Yeah, I feel like these are
Division.
some good games right here.
NFC
This
West,
is-
man, it's going to be close.
And the Rams are on the road. 49ers at home.
Mac Jones is playing kind of lights out.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey's going crazy. I think the Sean McVay and
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan matchup, I think Kyle Shanahan's leading all time in it. Let's see here. I'll look it up. Who are you going with in this game, Matt?
Rams.
The record is Kyle Shanahan leads the all-time regular season record against Sean McVay 11-7. However, McVay has the edge in playoff success.
Have they played this year?
One game. Yeah, I think they played earlier this year.
Mm,
You said you're going Rams?
I'm going Rams.
I'm following you on Rams. I like
Oh.
although is Puka in this game?
Ooh, Rams did, or the 49ers beat them last time in OT.
me
Beginning
look
of
at his-
October.
Puka's questionable.
Mm.
Because I have a scan on his
I mean,
rib.
That previous game they played, Mac Jones had an absolute career day. I doubt
Oh yeah,
that's
this
gonna-
was when Mac Jones was like sacrificing his life in the game.
Yeah, I doubt that's going to happen again.
Yeah. All right.
Rams minus
Yep.
4.5.
3.5. Lions at the Commanders. I'm going Lions. This is a Marcus Mariota start for the Commanders.
Have to. Yeah, that's tough. Lions
Spread?
minus 8.5.
9.5. All right. Sunday Night Football. Play the anthem. Steelers at the Chargers.
Give me
Just
Chargers.
saw what the Steelers did to the Colts offense.
Justin Herbert ain't Daniel Jones.
I was
brother.
about to say, Justin Herbert ain't Daniel Jones, and it's at the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. You also going Chargers?
Yeah, minus 6.5.
Chargers 2.5. It's closer than we
Ooh.
think.
I don't like
All right.
that.
Monday Night Football. This is a great game for Monday Night Football next week. It is Eagles at the Packers. As long as the Packers aren't wearing their bad. Actually, I think I might go Eagles.
This might be, this might
AJ
be
Brown
game
is
of the
back.
week.
This is probably game of the week. What do we think? This is tough.
I don't know. Saquon is kind of heating up.
Saquon
But
is
Josh
heating up.
Jacobs is a dog.
It's at the Packers. I think they're coming off that loss last week. I'm going to go Packers.
Go Eagles.
All right. What do you think the spread is?
Eagles minus 3.5.
It is not the Eagles' favorite in this game.
Really?
It is Packers 2.5.
That's kind of nasty.
So, I mean, there's some swings in the games there. I mean, me and Matt, we are all over the board on this one. This is a big week for possible.
I
There's
have
one-
to do. I'm down 4, right?
You're down 4-1,
I have to do
2,
something, man.
3, 4, 5. There's 5 games up for grabs this week.
It didn't work out. I was trying to.
You're
I
trying to
didn't wanna-
follow me. Yeah.
I mean, I follow you.
Grant, well, I mean, like, you're trying
But
to
I was-
follow me and then get, like, the one game.
I was trying to be a little. I guess this week I'm trying to be a little different. But I mean,
Branch out.
last
We
week
should
I
have
just
decided
last week I went
punishment.
with my gut. This week I'm going like kind of upset-ish.
I do like the punishment of having to sign up for a golf tournament and do that. I was also looking at possibly like I was-
punishment for one of us.
I was also looking at we could possibly have to I was asking Chase like how long does it take to beat Skyrim? And maybe like you have to like stream Skyrim until you beat it all the way through, and he's like it would take you a month. And I was like, okay, maybe not. He's like it's like 40 hours to beat.
I don't think that'd be a
And
punishment.
neither of us
either.
have played that before, so we would
It's a
probably be
fanta-
longer than that.
I've heard it's a fantastic game, anyways.
Yeah.
Golf tournament, that's only a punishment for one of us.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But dude, that would take so long, and you just have to like stream it till you beat it, type thing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That would. And Chase was even like, put it on like the hardest difficulty. It'll take you 60 hours. Like, no
thanks.
Put in a full time like week's work in Skyrim.
Like lock yourself in a Waffle House for 24 hours.
And every waffle you eat is an hour off.
Every 2 waffles you eat.
No,
come on,
dude,
it's gonna be hard.
I mean, 2 waffles for an hour off.
1 waffle?
Waffles are cute. If it's pancakes, maybe 2 pancakes for an hour or a waffle for an hour.
We lock ourselves at Bottle Rockets.
Every pizza is an hour off.
1 drink is half an hour off.
Oh, well, first, the Bottle Rockets isn't even open 24 hours.
We're going to be carried out anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We have a while to decide anyways, so it's fine.
Yeah, and even when the season ends, we'll probably finally decide then. Or come up with a couple ideas.
We'll see.
I think making Matt sign up for like a marathon would be hilarious.
Why?
Because you die.
Not if I train for it, buddy.
Yeah, you'd be fine. Maybe you could bike it or something. I don't know. We're coming up with ideas.
Maybe
As we come up with them,
like an electric scooter.
So, with that, we'll come back and we'll get into the college football. See if there's any reaction.
Notre Dame top 10 at 6-2.
We're watching the college football playoff rankings live. We're here for the top 10. What was it? Texas was 11?
Texas 11, Notre Dame top 10 at 10.
This is a live reaction here.
Like, who have you beaten, man? I actually can see who they beat. Beat a 20-ranked USC team. That's it. Yeah, let's put them top 10.
I hate that these...
Heck yeah, bro.
They're going to drag it out. Ooh.
Frick yeah.
I don't want to spoil it.
I'm ahead of you. It's going to be crazy? You're saying ooh?
One of your top 5s.
No. Oregon at 9?
Oregon at 9. That's crazy. They must be hurt. That definitely makes me think they're going to put Indiana at 3 and A&M at 2.
I mean, honestly,
it's going to go Ohio State.
They lost to Indiana. I respect that. I'm really high on the quarterback Dante.
Let's run through our top 5 real quick. What we think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Ohio State.
I'm already done.
A&M, Indiana,
Alabama, and Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah.
Said Oregon. Well, actually, Texas Tech.
Texas. No, BYU's
at 5.
BYU's undefeated. That's not happening. Texas Tech's probably 8.
BYU ain't played shit.
Yeah, but they're undefeated.
Actually, I don't know if they have played shit. I don't care. Georgia Tech's 8-1. What are they? 17th? BYU beat Utah.
Are you looking at it? Yeah.
I mean, am I going to complain about that? Oh. I'm not going to complain about that.
Texas Tech and can you see the next one?
No. All right. You know what? That's fair.
BYU, yeah, because that game's going to mean a lot this weekend.
Oh, it's going to mean everything. And I know you were saying like there's a way that both teams get in, but right now neither team is thinking about that.
Yeah, no,
they're thinking like we have to win this game or we're not making it.
That's an interesting one at 6. I don't hate that. That makes my top 5
obviously.
Correct.
Obviously, they're going to be there. Where else would
they?
Yeah. Obviously, they're going to. And then top 5, yeah.
But yeah, that BYU Texas Tech game, that's going to mean a lot. And this is what I've been
saying. Ohio State at 1?
Yeah, I think Ohio State's 1. You can't take them off of 1.
College Football Playoff Committee can.
All right, there's 5.
Who?
5 and 4.
How the dude?
Are you
all right?
Georgia, Alabama.
They do love their SEC fellas.
And well, the SEC is going to all play each other, like SEC championship. A&M at 3, so that means they're doing Indiana, Ohio State at 2 and 1.
You're gonna keep it the same. I mean,
yeah,
whatever.
But
I mean, it's the first college football playoff ranking. This means nothing.
I don't hate these. I had A&M at 2 just because of what they're doing in the SEC, and I haven't been giving Indiana that much credit, but Indiana's 2, which means Ohio State's 1.
Indiana did beat Oregon, who's 9.
Yeah, they gave that Texas Tech Utah game because Utah's 12 or something like that.
13, 14.
Yeah, so that game's going to mean a lot. But yeah, this BYU Tech game, this was the scenario that Matt was saying that there is a way that 2 Big 12 teams make it. If Texas Tech loses to BYU this weekend and then runs the table and gets into the Big 12 championship against BYU and then was to beat BYU in the Big 12 championship, Texas Tech gets in on the auto bid, and then BYU would be a 1-loss team, only losing in their conference championship. And so then both teams would probably get in. All right, so they have here.
Well, I was going to say there has been some discourse about the best conference in college football the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there's no discourse, man. It's the SEC.
Yeah, the SEC
every single year. I mean, they have 3 in the top 5
at least
now.
in football.
Probably it's not. There's probably at the last ranking. There's probably not gonna. There might not be
Texas
3
Texas
SEC
Tech would host a
teams.
game right now. Who would they
It's
play
top
though?
12.
Ooh, Texas Tech would host Oregon. Georgia would host Memphis.
No.
Ole Miss would host Virginia, and
That's a
BYU would
fucking
host Notre Dame.
cupcake for Ole Miss. You kidding me? Georgia's losing by 30.
I don't know. Virginia's doing pretty
Virginia's
well in the
losing by
ACC.
30.
First
It's
team out
ACC,
is
dude.
Texas at 11. So that is, I don't hate that list. I think that's pretty.
First team out.
I think that since they're not a conference champion, and that they're whatever, somehow it just said that they're the first team out. They don't make the playoffs.
Thought it was top 12.
It is top 12, but Virginia and Memphis are both conference champions at 11 and 12.
Memphis is the American Conference. They're really gonna put.
Yeah. A
It's
Power
gonna be like a
5
Boise
gets
State
in.
situation. They're not even.
Yeah, but
it's
they're not gonna
American
host a
Conference
game.
Power
They
Five.
don't get to host it. They changed that this year.
It's just gonna be like a whole. I
This
mean, that's
is
fair.
conference
Like if
leader
you
right
win
now.
your conference, you should get in. But
And to be honest,
it's not gonna
Texas has a
matter.
chance if they run the table and then they beat A&M in their matchup at the end of the season. Like that matchup's going to mean a lot, but it's going to be interesting. And with a little bit of editing magic, you will never know. But we just did a live reaction to the college football playoff reveal, and now we're going to get kind of into the preview for Week 11 of college football. And yeah, I guess we could start off with an 11 a.m. game. Matt, BYU
Sure.
against Texas Tech. What were they in the rankings this week? Number 8 and number 7. This is basically a battle of the Mormons versus the Alcoholics. College game day. This is their first time in Lubbock in 17 years. Matt, do you know when the last time was?
17 years ago.
Yeah, but do you know why they were there?
Tech in Texas.
Yeah, it was November 1st, 2008. It was number 1 Texas taking on number 8 Texas Tech. Texas lost 33-39, probably the greatest game in Texas Tech's history.
The quarterbacks of both teams.
Graham Harrell and Colt McCoy. Is that right?
I don't know about Colt McCoy, but yeah.
Okay.
It was
I think it was
17 years ago.
I think it was Colt McCoy.
Sounds about right. 17.
But there was a game-winning 28-yard touchdown pass from Graham Harrell to Michael Crabtree with 1 second left. Everyone's on the field. But this game, this isn't that
Raiders
game.
legend.
This is a new game, and it is probably for control of Big 12. This is as big of a game as you could have in the Big 12. This will be possibly for a college football playoff spot. And I've kind of walked through, I think in the last clip, I talked about the scenario where both these teams get in. We're not really dealing with that. We're going to just Texas Tech, got to win this one. It's a battle, and it's going to be a good one. I think 11 a.m. is a crazy time for a kickoff, but yeah, it's going to be an all-day event, and the Texas Tech fans are already lining up for college game day, as I alluded to in my Brodie of the Week. Matt, thoughts for this game?
Yeah, I'm not sure BYU really stands a chance.
Really?
Especially against Texas Tech's defense.
Would you like to guess the spread for this one, Matt?
BYU minus 2.5.
No, Texas Tech's favorite in this game.
Okay, there you go.
10.5.
Huh?
Texas Tech's favorite 10.5.
10.5? I mean, dude, Texas Tech's defense is phenomenal, man. The pass rush.
They're the real deal. This is going to be a test for both teams, I think.
They have 2 defensive linemen that have a shot at being first-round picks.
And also, Texas Tech already having a loss. This is I like being able to play spoiler to someone's perfect seasons. I'm fully biased. I'm taking Texas Tech in that one, but it should be a good one. Just some other games. Number 2, Indiana taking on Penn State, also at 11 a.m. game. Fernando Mendoza, possibly. Great game from him. Matt, what do you think the spread is for this one?
Indiana minus 20.5.
15.5.
You know his brother came in and played?
Yeah, everyone thought they were running up the score in the last one.
Because another Mendoza was in?
Yeah, they thought Fernando was still in, but it's like is it his twin brother or is it his younger brother?
I think it's his younger brother. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
I forget his name. It's something of Hispanic descent as well.
But yeah, that one's going to be
Antonio or something?
That one's at Penn State, so that might be a real test for him. I mean, Penn State's 0-5 in the Big Ten right now, so not really that good, but this is probably one of the tougher tests for Indiana the rest of the way. Like, they're pretty much in.
It's funny to see number 2 Indiana versus unranked Penn State. Like last year, you would think it would be, if there's a team ranked number 2, you would think it would be Penn State.
Yeah.
Number 2 Penn State versus unranked Indiana.
And what's the next one?
Georgia Miss State.
Oh, yeah, next game, number 5 Georgia at Mississippi State. Georgia's only favored by 7.5 in this one, and I think this is Mississippi State's been kind of sneaky. They had that game against Texas 2 weeks ago. I had a chance to take them down. Mississippi State at home. I think this could be a real trap game for Georgia. We'll get to see kind of, I don't know. I want to make this game more than it is, but I feel like Georgia's going to be rolling early in this one. And I don't know. What do you think of Georgia's quarterback, Gunnar Stockton?
Well, I was saying earlier in the college football ranking clips, Stockton's not that good, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so just Georgia as a team. Like, I thought they would rank Oregon higher because Dante Moore is so much better than Stockton.
Yeah, I did see on the Tankathon, Fernando Mendoza was like the top quarterback, and then it was Dante Moore, number 2. So
yeah, it's very good. I guess, as a team, they just value Georgia more, or the playoff committee.
Yeah.
Just values Georgia more than, a single quarterback.
In the SEC as well.
Yeah.
Number 1, next game, number 1, Ohio State at Purdue. I think Ohio State's just going to keep rolling in this one. And the spread would let you believe that's going to happen as well. Purdue also 0-6 in the Big Ten. The Big Ten is just very top heavy with their teams. It's like Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon. And then after that, it kind of falls off a cliff. Next game, the Citadel at Ole Miss. I'm joking. We're not even going to preview that game. We're not even
close.
Gonna,
hey,
dude.
Don't scoff at the Citadel, dog.
So Ohio State was up. The spread is 29.5 for them. There's not even a spread for this game. The Citadel and Ole Miss. This is Ole Miss all the way.
Like, it hasn't come out yet, or
no? It's just not even out. Like they
There's
won't
no
even
way
let, let you bet on this game. At least not what I'm looking at.
That's funny. Oregon, Iowa.
Yeah, we'll get into the afternoon games. Do we want to do? Okay, we'll do that one. Number 6, Oregon at Iowa. This is big noon kickoff. And Oregon's only favored 5.5 in this game, so watch out. Actually, this is number 20.
5.5.
Wait. I guess the rankings have been updated. This isn't number 6 Oregon.
Yeah, be number 9, right?
This is number 9 Oregon at number 20 Iowa. Okay,
Mm.
so my notes are old on this.
So is the spread the same still?
The spread has gone up a little bit. It's 6.5.
Why would the spread go up? I guess Oregon drops, but Iowa was unranked. Now they're, what did you say, 19, 20?
Yeah, they're 20 now. I forgot. I didn't update my rankings. Was I still good on Texas? Oh, so the Texas Tech and BYU one is number 8 and number 7, not number 9 and number 8. This is really going to throw me out. All right, don't listen to my rankings from the previous. We're going on from now. I'm going to look at it. I forgot it all changed on you.
Well, Indiana's right. Georgia's right.
Ohio State's right.
Is Mississippi State ranked? I don't think
Mississippi State's not ranked.
Ohio State's right. A&M's right. Or is Missouri still 19?
So, full disclosure, I do this like a week before. So
is Missouri 19?
Missouri's number 22 now.
Okay.
So we're all up. I'm probably have it up in the previous one, but there's a graphic that has all the rankings or something in there. So yeah, next game, 2:30, number 3 number 3 Texas A&M against number 22 Missouri. And this I think is going to be probably one of the last tests for A&M. They got this game and Texas, I believe, are their only ranked games left of the season. What's up?
What do you mean their only test?
Well, like these are the only games they have left against ranked opponents.
They play Louisiana State University.
No, they've already played LSU.
Oh, they play Oklahoma last number. LSU does. They usually play A&M like last game of the season. I just forgot.
Either way. Well, I mean, we're all over the place with these rankings.
I pushed that game out of my mind.
You're ready to play it again, actually, with your new coach.
I got something to play for now, dude. Pride.
Yeah. There is a fun game here. LSU and Alabama is the night game.
I'm sure it's going to be real fun, dude.
LSU at number 4, Alabama. I think this is going to be one that me and Matt have to watch together as we watch our two teams go after it. I mean, every time we watch it, man, it's going to be fireworks. Whether our teams are ranked or unranked, it's going to be a good battle. And the spread would believe that too.
I wonder the last time LSU wasn't ranked and they played Alabama. It's been a while, right?
Maybe I'll look it up. When was while Alabama was also ranked?
I mean, yeah. The last time one of the teams wasn't ranked and they played each other. I assume LSU wasn't ranked before Bama wasn't ranked.
Well, I imagine LSU and Alabama not being ranked was probably the more recent. I bet that one's happened. The last time the LSU Tigers and Alabama Crimson Tide played, one of them and the other was unranked, appears to be November 11th, 2006 when LSU was ranked 12 and defeated Alabama unranked 28-14.
Oh, history repeats itself, buddy.
Well, this was LSU was ranked.
Oh, okay.
I'll see
History
when the
doesn't
last
repeat
time.
itself.
I'll see the last time when LSU wasn't ranked. LSU wasn't ranked.
That's surprising. 06?
This is live stats here. December 5th, 2020. I think they were both unranked. 55-17.
2020?
That would have been after the Joe Burrow year.
That would have been Jaden, though.
Actually, that was the year that
Right?
Alabama went to win the national championship, right? Because we won it after LSU.
Was that? I have to look it up.
Well, and then finally, Navy at Notre Dame I have on here. Navy at number 10, Notre Dame. Navy is 7-1. I think they just lost last week. Notre Dame 6-2. Notre Dame is favored in this one, 26.5. Probably not too much change in there, but you never know.
Oh, God.
Navy could pull the upset. And what'd you find, Matt?
Oh, this was, Najee Harris, Devontae. This was Devontae Smith's Heisman season. This is when LSU had TJ Finley and Max Johnson. I forgot there was a gap between them and Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
They got from Arizona State.
So that's going to be a good one. At least a nightcap for LSU Alabama. I don't know about Navy Notre Dame. That's not really going to be what I'm paying attention to. But it should, I mean, college football's heating up. We just got the live rankings for the college football playoffs. So should be an absolute banger of a college football slate. And honestly, the NFL's heating up too. We're finally getting to know what teams, like with the trade deadline, we know now who's buyers and who's sellers. So we know who's trying to make a push. And Matt, you want to get into closing the show out?
Me?
No, I said, do we want to? Is there anything we're missing?
There
was a lot that we cut from the show that we're just going to put in the next one just because there was so much to talk about.
I mean, I thought about bringing up NBA, but that would have been here for another hour, probably.
The Thunder are still undefeated. I saw that.
Luke is averaging more points than Anthony Davis, Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg, Klay Thompson, and like PJ Washington combined.
Wait, it also throw Kyrie Irving in there because he's not playing. Yeah.
He's averaging like over 40. The worst game, he just had the worst game of the season. Luka did.
What was it? Maybe we'll just have a segment at the end of the show. It's just like Luka's segment.
29-point triple-double was the worst game of the season so far for him.
Yeah, he's real bad.
At least we have defense, right?
Yeah, at least we have defense. I don't even know what once again, I don't keep up with NBA until after Christmas. That's when it hits up for me.
Didn't even watch the last game, dude.
But with that, we'll close out the show. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Hopefully, the show isn't super long. I know we run into issues if it's over 2 hours trying to get everything uploaded and exported over to Spotify. I know YouTube is normally fine no matter what. But be sure to like and subscribe over on the YouTube. Follow us on Spotify and rate the show. And also, I think we have a couple Apple Pod listeners. So shout out to everyone on Apple Pod listening to us. Most everything goes through Spotify and YouTube. So stay up to the show. Stay up to date on the show. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Brodie Pod. And with that, I think I'll just say see you next week. And God bless. Matt?
Love y'all.
There it is. Later, everyone.